Your favorite compas have another jam-packed episode of the Four Compas show. In this episode, we will go over the Chargers clinching the 5th spot, taking on the Texans this Saturday, and the Rams being the 4th seed and hosting the Vikings on Wild Card Weekend. Should be an interesting to see what result worked more: Jim Harbaugh playing his guys or Sean McVay resting his guys. We'll get into all that. Plus, we will have our Week 18 takeaways, and of course, we can forget about our usual segments during the football season. Our final Compass Power Rankings, our picks of the first round of the NFL playoffs, and also we have to find out who won the picks of this season and who was in the cellar. We'll find out all that, but time permitting, we will do burial of the week and una más. Gilberto, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, sir. The Chargers did not get the 5th seed. They got the golden ticket, apparently. It's like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. You get to play the Texans. Hooray!
You know what's funny about that is that I've seen that CJ Stroud and CJ Stroud and
tell me good news. I've been waiting for this. Go ahead, Fernando. Sorry.
No, CJ Stroud just said that, they did the same thing with us last year against the Browns, and look what happened. Yeah. And I'm kind of like, and then they did the same. Then Joe Mixon kind of said something similar.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of, what?
I was waiting for that because I'm like, if you're the freaking Texans, you're probably wondering, like, that's not cool. That's motivation. So I was waiting for a bulletin board to come out, and you're providing it.
But I don't know if that's even bulletin. That's the media. Who gives a shit about the media?
No, I saw Charger players and saying, oh, yeah, it's game time. How do they get the 5th seed? I think people want the Texans. Mike Tomlin playing the starters want the Texans. So if I'm CJ Stroud, Joe Mixon, great attitude. I know we're just jumping into football, but just say that for later. Fernando, I want to know how you're doing.
You're not playing Kevin Stefanski and Joe Flacco. I mean, it's Harbaugh, it's Minter, and remember, Shane Day's on that side too. Shane Day knows exactly what makes
but I'm saying that the Texans should be offended because Mike Tomlin and Jim Harbaugh went out of their way to say,
nobody wanted to go to Baltimore.
You're not as good as Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, nobody wanted to go to Baltimore. Yeah, no, it's not the Chargers and the Steelers talking. It's basically the media kind of talking for them, one, and then obviously the incentive that they all played their players in both of those games. So no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll give them like a slight chance now because they have like the motivation factor, but I don't know how much is going to help. But we'll get to the picks later on. But I just wanted to get that out of the way because that's one of my topics for later the day, Fernando. But I really want to know, how are you doing out there? Bro, is Netflix.
I did not get home until 1:45 in the morning. So
was it worth it? Raw is Netflix.
It was worth it. I had never been to a press conference setting. So
I saw you were in there. Yeah, CM Punk.
Yeah, I had never been there. Another thing that I was really surprised at is that people clap. So I'm not used to clapping at press conferences. So that was interesting.
That in boxing. Maybe it's a combat sports thing.
Yeah, it seems like it, but the Intuit Dome is crazy.
I was wondering.
I had never been there before. Obviously, they just made it, but I definitely, I'm definitely wondering about. I was wondering how it was all going to work, and Triple H told us after. By the way, your boy ended the press conference yesterday.
Oh, final question.
More about that.
One more.
Yeah. Well, no. It was by accident. I'll tell you why right now. So, I got asked, do you want to go to the press conference? I'm like, yeah, but are you going to ask a question? I'm like, yeah, I'll ask a question. And they were like, okay, I got to ask Rhea Ripley a question, which was cool. But the way that they do their lights, the way everything that they did with the seats, awesome. What the thing that stole the show for me was the Travis Scott and Jey Uso thing. Like, that to me was just funny because Michael Cole got his old ass up onto the table, and he did the yeeting with Pat McAfee. But hold on, his watch, Michael Cole's watch it looks like you just fell. Are you okay? Are you injured? Do you need us to call 911?
That was legit. Like, it actually was standing there or flashing.
Because he tried to get up onto the announce table and he kind of fell, and then he got back up and he got on there. So it was an interesting event. They relied more on like the nostalgia than they did the wrestling. I thought The Rock, CM, like you basically kind of relied on your old heads, Triple H, The Rock.
It was a good blend though,
CM
but
Punk.
I didn't really like that too much either, Fernando. But it was a good blend. I think you need
They
that
should have. They should have shown the future, and then
a little bit. The
uh,
scene with Undertaker kind of random, but you had to get that in there, I guess.
well, according to multiple reports, that was supposed to be Becky Lynch's spot.
As in, like, to
She was supposed to come
Lynch.
out and look at Rhea and say, "It's you and me. We're doing this."
So there was
But
a
it's like that happened last year, so I was kind of like, "Oh,
what do we do now? Oh, you know what?
yeah."
Taker, where's your bike? Come back.
Well, I was telling Dan this, and Dan wasn't too happy. Surprisingly, Dan wasn't happy that Rhea won. He wanted Liv to continue as the champion, which I thought was actually true. I wanted Liv to fight other contenders, not just Rhea. So it's just they've just gone back and forth with Rhea and Liv in the last year, and it's kind of like, okay, give us something new. So I thought it was kind of a moment. Like, you remember how the Undertaker had that with Bray Wyatt a couple of years ago, where he came out and he deemed him like, you're the next mythical creature in WWE. I feel like this was kind of him doing that with Rhea, because Rhea's kind of like that.
Now it makes sense. Yeah,
yeah. But if you saw Rhea's face when the dong hit, she smirked like, oh, she said she didn't know that it was going to happen. That she was surprised. I asked Rhea, I was like, hey, because she kept on saying, hey, I'm done with this. I'm over this. Like, I'm done with Liv. I'm done with the Judgment Day. I'm done with all that. It's time to move on. And I asked her after a year, after so many years of being with the Judgment Day and then now fighting against the Judgment Day, and you and Liv having this long story, how do you put that behind you and like move on to something different? And she's like, look, I have a target on my back and everything. And she started talking about it, and I was like, oh wow. But just last one real quick before we get started. Funniest part of the whole thing was Triple H was taking questions, and Joe Reedy, Uncle Joe, asked him one question, and he goes 7 minutes and 30 seconds. And Joe goes, I wish I could send this to Danny and ask him, hey, can you transcribe this? And so I started laughing. But the funniest part was I was sitting there, and he goes, I'll answer one more. And they asked BJ Cruz, our compa, we love him. They asked BJ, hey, do you want to ask the last question? He's like, no, I didn't have my hand raised. And one of our buddies from WWE goes, go to him. And they come up to me and they tap me on the shoulder. I'm like, oh, crap. And I'm like, Hunter, how are you doing? Fernando Ramirez of the Sporting Tribune. He's like, sure. I just started laughing. He's like, sure. And I'm like, so a couple months ago, you guys had expectations about what you wanted this to be. Did it meet your expectations, or did it exceed them? All the work that was done, all the work that was put into it. Do you feel like it went off and he went on like a 3-minute explanation about why he thought it was a great show? And I was like, oh wow, okay, cool. So, and the WWE guy goes, hey, good question.
I was gonna say, like, oh, you're a good choice because you're able to brag about the whole show.
I was like, I appreciate it. I'm not asking. God, there was multiple times where I just like did you watch the whole thing?
The first half of it. I stopped watching.
Did you watch Cena come out and talk or no?
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
So you know how Cena mentioned multiple people, like, oh, maybe Logan Paul, maybe CM Punk, blah, blah. Somebody goes, first question to him, and I wanted to ask him a really good question. I'll give you my question right now. Somebody asked him, I was sad that you didn't mention The Rock. Why wouldn't you mention The Rock? And I'm like,
he's trying to go for the title. He doesn't have the title.
I was like, whatever. There was other questions that I was just like, oh, this is stupid. But my question with John was, hey, last Money in the Bank was last June. You came up and you had been talking about, oh, don't worry. Oh, in a couple, like, that's going to happen in January. But now that it got here, you see your jorts laid out. You see everything laid out. Did it hit you like, holy crap, like, this is my last go at this? I wanted to ask him about that. Everybody was just asking silly questions and stuff. So I was kind of like, shit, I wish I could have interviewed, or I wish I could have asked him that. But yeah, that was my experience. Sorry for going a little long, but I know people like Jesse appreciate stories like that. So it was definitely interesting. Saw BJ Cruz. BJ said hi, by the way.
Hello, BJ. Hopefully he's watching.
Yeah. So yeah, no, he got a video of me asking Rhea a question. So that was pretty cool. He got a video of me asking her. So I was like, oh, wow, that's awesome. I'm like, you couldn't have gotten my cute side. And then he just starts laughing because he was sitting behind me. But yeah, no, it was a great event. Definitely completely different from what an NFL press conference or any other sport press conference is. And then Triple H is more relaxed. Dana White, is like throwing out F-bombs and getting into fights about John Jones being the best pound for pound and everything. So it is completely different, but it was, like I said, it was a lot of fun. And I can't wait till we do that in April 19th.
Yeah, WrestleMania in Las Vegas, right?
It's going to be, if the rumors, by the way, these guys were making fun of the media, not me, not Uncle Joe, the other media, like those people. Because some girl asked Roman Reigns, "Hey, can you when are you and The Rock gonna wrestle?" And he's like, "What? Like, you guys haven't really brought that up." And he's like, "We don't have to. You guys do it for us." Triple H talking about how the media is the one that kind of stirs stuff up, and they're the ones talking when nobody else is talking. And so I'm like, I was telling Joe, I'm like, they use the media as like their little pogo sticks, and they're going back and forth, and they're just using the media to kind of get their message out there, but in a different way, which is actually funny to see the way they do that. So I don't know. I found that pretty interesting, the way that they're like, yeah, we don't even have to tell storylines. Like, because John Cena said, according to the media, I'm facing Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania for the championship. And like, I'm like, I knew it. They have people that just give shit out there, throw shit out there to see what people think about it on the internet.
Yeah,
which,
it's a whole different ballgame. It's not like
allegedly,
NFL
I don't know if they
insider
do that, but I've
information.
always thought that that's what WWE does.
And then you get the clicks and the views, and who cares if you get it wrong, because it's all choreographed.
Everybody benefits. All three sides. The media benefits, the wrestlers benefit, and then obviously Triple H and those guys benefit. So I completely agree with you.
But yeah, I'm glad you had a good time though, sir, because it seemed like a good show, good event, good arena to make an appearance at, to see that all the stars that were out there. I kept hearing Netflix all over the show. I was a little
ran into
annoying,
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, I saw all the stars are out, even like not just Netflix stars from the 90s. So that
dude,
tells you people wanted to come out for that.
I was hoping to I told BJ, I was like, hey, if Topanga walks by, like I am gonna ask her like for a picture. Like I don't usually do that, but I would ask her. And then I thought if Vanessa Hudgens was there, I definitely would have.
She's a diehard fan. I see her.
Yeah. She had like a shirt that said the only sexy women love wrestling, something like that. It was like, oh, like the only sexy females are the ones that love wrestling or something like that. And I was like, oh wow. So Macaulay Culkin walked by when I was standing there. Like, I got he got the biggest pop out of anybody, I think. Like the way he did his whole like thing, entrance and everything, like that was pretty cool. Seth Green, I felt like I could have punted him into the stands. He's so small. So like he's
Dr.
really
Evil's
tiny.
son.
Yeah, Stephen Amell from Arrow, he was there. O'Shea Jackson Jr. Finn Balor walked up to me and just said hi to me. Like I was just standing there, like at a table.
Remember you?
Yeah, and he comes up and he's like, "Hi, how are you?" I was like, "Good." And he like looks at me. I'm like, "I interviewed you at WrestleMania." He's like, "Oh, you're the one that asked about Bad Bunny." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "That was a funny question," and I was like, "Oh," I was surprised. I was really surprised, but I mean, I guess a fluffy guy or whatever, but. It was pretty funny, pretty interesting to see so many like and then I saw Nikki Bella and I was like, oh god, I was like, hello. So yeah, it was
single again.
I know, so am I. So
yeah,
exactly. Well, no, I'm get out of here. So
I don't know your love life. You're pretty secretive.
Athir is trying to reverse.
Is he back? I haven't. He probably
he is, but I think he's trying to reverse curse it because he's like, there's no path to the Super Bowl for me. I'm sorry, but I have to be honest. So there you go.
Wow.
Maybe he's trying to reverse.
This might not. Maybe Athir sold his account for a bunch of money, like a lot of people do, and that's not.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no kidding. Are we? Yeah, we are. Is it time?
Yeah. We've been 15 minutes here.
Yeah, my bad. I went long. I get excited talking about wrestling.
No, I was curious to hear how it went. I was a little jealous I didn't get to go, but I'm glad you went.
No, I mean it was. I mean it's honestly like I was geeked out, but I wasn't like I was focused working, but at the same time I'm like, damn, like this is fun. Like
I got my moment last year for the kickoff, WrestleMania kickoff with The Rock coming out. That was a front row.
Oh yeah. Well, I was about to say something, but I shouldn't say something. All right. Let us get the guys in here and see how they're doing. Vic, how are you doing?
Good. That was actually pretty cool, man. I was actually glad to hear about that. I watched the
Oh, I
second.
gotta meet Fluffy. That was a cool one, actually.
It was all decked out in Netflix, so
I know.
that was really cool. Like I'm happy for you, Fernando. I know
There was a
I
lot
know
of
how-
like, yeah, a lot of like that, and that's what I wrote about. I'm like, The Rock coming out, that was just like they kind of pushed the rivalry to the side so that the whole world could see who the like remember, oh, this is The Rock, this and that and that. Like
Yeah,
if
I
people
didn't
are
like
tuning
that.
in for the first time, then he like kind of blew Cody Rhodes, and I'm kind of like, oh,
It was weird.
what are we doing? But
Yeah.
I get it. They moved it aside for 1 week to get this going. By the way that Roman and Solo match, that should have ended the
Oh yeah, that was a
the
good match.
show. I was
Yeah.
I'm like, how are you going to top this? You bring out Cena, okay, cool. How are you going to top this? There was no topping it after that. So I if the numbers come out and they kind of dipped, I could see why. I mean, it was But what did you think about Nosferatu? Did you like it?
I did. I went in thinking that it was going to be a bit boring. I thought I was going to be a bit disappointing, but it was an artsy film, real gothic Dracula movie. So I enjoyed it. I was waiting for like stuff to get weird. It never got weird, and so
Never got weird, Victor. It got weird like 8 times for me.
Yeah, I don't know.
That says a
Maybe
lot
I'm
about
just
you.
used to maybe I'm just used to Megan and watching the movies that we go to that I was like, okay, yeah, I understand this. I was actually pretty happy with what I saw. Like, I mean, it's better than I can tell you this. I was gonna make this my burial. It's a lot better than what is that, Emilia Perez or whatever that terrible movie that won all the awards.
Yeah.
At the Golden Globes, but we'll get into sports. I know guys are waiting for.
I was
Dan
uncomfortable
here.
like 8 times for Nosferatu, and I made this face the whole time. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was funny. Robert D, I think he's talking about the NFL being that you think it's staged. I think that's what he
well, most
that's what he's
Chargers
talking
fans
about.
think it's staged because the Chiefs get all the breaks. So yeah.
That's true.
Oh, perfect.
Here
Begin the conspiracy.
Here we are. First off, that's for you. It's not just Charger fans, it's everybody else. I'm sure if you take a poll out in Cincinnati, they've been screwed a few times. By
Well,
these
there are 31
godless
teams that
bastards.
can win the Super Bowl.
Excuse me, sir. It is my time. I bet you go to Buffalo, there's some bastards
Oh,
out there who are going to think
come
it's
on.
not.
They do it to themselves over there.
Yeah, and I like that shirt. What shirt
yeah,
are you
yeah.
wearing?
I want to tell you all something. Anyone in the chat, okay, whose team season ended early, and you don't know who to blame, I'll tell you who to blame. It's not the owner. It's not the GM. It's not the head coach. It's not the players. I got it for you. Gotta blame Gilberto.
You can't even see my face.
Well, I don't want to stand up, but then it gets all black.
You're just spending money on shirts, man. You're balling. You got a new bump.
Were you
there,
wearing a
at work?
Kango hat in that picture, Gilbert?
Yeah, he's wearing like he's wearing
A
like
bucket hat?
or
That's a
whatever.
bucket
Yeah,
hat, not a
bucket hat.
Kango.
Yeah. Oh, he looks like a total douche. That's why I love the photo.
It was my birthday, and that was my last year feeling young. I think I was maybe 30.
Did you guys see Jeremy Strong at the Golden Globes? That's what you look like there.
No, I did not see him.
I don't know
But
who
yeah,
that is.
No, he's the guy
guy
from
from-
Succession.
yeah.
He's the
Well, he
eldest boy.
that's how he looks when he's rapping. So that's me as
Yeah.
a 30-year-old rapper.
Yeah.
And also, Dan, I helped you make that shirt. Okay, he wanted to put like a whole paragraph bashing me, and I'm like, I think
No,
for
that's
this-
a new shirt.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I-
What are you talking about?
Oh.
No,
What
I
are you
know,
talking about? What I would have put was funny. What I would have
yeah,
put
but
was
he,
funny.
he sought my opinion, and I'm like, it's a little wordy for me as a writer, but I'm like, how about
Yeah.
just say, blame Gilberto or
Oh.
F Gilberto, but whatever you want.
Wow. We're not going to use profanity. Someone's mother's going to buy this for their child. What are we doing?
That's true.
By the way, I
What we
do want
doing?
to show this clip. I know everybody was talking. The big talking point last night was why the WWE brought out Hulk Hogan. If
Oh,
like,
no. I know what the big talking about's been about the past few days. Have you not seen Twitter, dude?
Oh no. No, we're not talking about that.
Oh,
We're not passing that around, guys.
okay.
Oh, yeah. I know if you know this, The
I
Rock's
got it
like
now.
The Rock's like a prostitute. He'll go anywhere for money and power. He probably works or owns Fox Sports at some point.
He
So.
was definitely
Uh,
paid by Netflix. Hey, can you come out first and just say a
I
bunch of
know.
Yeah.
That's why I told you.
highlight me and that guy and that guy and
Well,
that
he
guy.
had tonight on NXT also.
He had like an NFL contract. If you say Netflix 5 times, you're gonna hit a $5 million bonus.
Oh, you get another 500,000. You mentioned every executive that we have.
So obviously the Hulk Hogan thing was a big talking point and everything. Obviously, the way I see it, everybody's booing Terry Bollea. They're not booing Hulk Hogan because like Hulk Hogan's like a key figure or whatever.
That's a good one.
Like, I don't know if you heard Michael Cole. He's like, without him, this isn't happening right now, and I get it. But at the same time, it's like, why would you?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. I'll come back to that too.
No. Well, okay. So this is what happened today
on
the
Pat
McAfee show.
Oh, it was glorious.
To celebrate the Hulk Hogan thing.
Next question. What are we doing here?
Oh, Mr. Hulkster, Bill Markington, South African Times.
Oh no!
Ryan, get him out! Get him out! Real Americans, brother.
Ulster, Bill Bazaranth, Top Turnbuckle. Do you
Good
think
publication.
Do you think anyone booing last night has ever tried a real American beer, and after they try a real American beer, would ever boo again?
Listen, I don't want someone trying a real American beer who's gonna boo. I just mentioned it. I'll mention it again. Those goddamn liberals out there, they can have their Bud Light. Those aren't real Americans. Those aren't my real Americans, dude. The only Americans I want drinking real American beer are real Americans. The Bible Belt, the Midwest, anywhere where people don't bow down to Joe Biden. And they certainly do out there, brother.
Okay. Now I know why he was brought out, not for history and paying his respect.
Yeah,
because the freaking beer, like they're getting a cut out of it. That's why.
Well, that's why I thought it was so stupid.
What a real dumb name, anyways.
Like, bro, why are you? This isn't a fucking like commercial, like a
Netflix,
3-hour commercial. Like, what are we doing? I don't care about what adventure he's going through and. Who else had some commercial about something? Like John Cena. No. What are we doing?
That's the last time.
What are we doing?
That's the last time.
I don't care.
They probably had they spent 2 minutes on the name. What should we call it? Real American beer. All right, let's have lunch now.
What's a Hogan thing?
Real American beer. Let's call it a day.
It was so stupid.
I
was
felt bad for Jimmy Hart.
Yeah,
they're waving the flag and he's
Like,
kind of like, hey, dude, like you could see him mouth something to him, like, all right, let's wrap this shit up. Let's get out.
You know what's funny though? You know what's funny? So a lot. Well, I mean, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, but a lot of people were like, if you think this is about political beliefs, you're an idiot. Hogan is a scumbag, and they started bringing up the Jesse Ventura stuff. Yeah, about the union thing. Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting right there. But I was gonna say, you know what's crazy to me, and stay with me for a second, talking about. The way people feel about him. Without him, it's not there. I'm surprised, honestly, in the little montage at the beginning, there was nothing of Vince McMahon, dude. That tripped me out a little bit.
You know why?
Well, I know why, but I'm saying like you have Vince Sr. there doing his classical, dancing and high stepping with the ladies.
I don't know what Vince Sr. did when he was there.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows what he could have done? He could have gotten away with a lot worse.
People weren't suing people back then, apparently.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is like you're paying homage. Like, dude, like it or not, this is like what he built. He took what his dad had from a few, territories and barnyards, and he blew it up into the conglomerate that it is today. That's all I'm saying. Obviously, terrible things that he did. If allegedly, I'm not trying to get Pat McAfee out here where I get some paper served to me.
I think Dan wants Chris Benoit on her too on the next show.
Whoa.
Hey, whoa. I mean, he was really good too. I mean,
hey, at least we got
that part out loud. But yes, he was.
I love that Rey Mysterio did that. That was awesome.
I guess the problem is the social media age, dude. Like you can't pay homage without people ripping the shit out of you online afterwards. Like,
all right, let's get now into it. The Chargers earned the 5th seed after a 34-20 win over the Raiders. They will take on the Texans on Saturday afternoon again for this. I think the 8th time. They will now. It will be a 1:30 kickoff. Gilbert, what will it take for the Chargers to go on a playoff run?
Get more wide receivers. Get a better offense. No, just kidding. Yeah, I'm playing heel. It's wrestling
That
show.
offense put up 30
No,
the last
they've been
3
better.
games in a row.
Lad McConkey is my guy. He was in my fantasy team, my dog crap fantasy team, but he was good. Lad McConkey,
What
that
place
is.
did you end up there?
Like 8th, I think, or 7th, something
Are
like
you
that.
in the cellar there too?
No,
You're
it's
having a
out of
rough
10
year.
people, so out of 10, I got 8. Okay, it's been a
So
rough
you
year
weren't
everywhere.
dead last.
That's my job.
Hey,
Just
he's
to
had
be
a
dead
lot on
last.
his mind, so
Yeah, but no, I think the Chargers are in a good spot here. Yeah, I give them crap for like going out of the way to avoid the Ravens and play the lesser opponent in the Texans. I get it. I think it's kind of a little bit of a weak move, but it's a better move to go further in the playoffs. So, and I'm trying to make a case for the Texans here, and I can't really find one here. So if you get this W here, now you go into a rivalry matchup against, I don't see them beating the Chiefs, but you know the Chiefs very well. And again, you play a team for the third time. It's a very difficult opponent away 3 times in a season. So they have a nice road there. They also have a good defense, but if you play like the Bills or the Ravens, I don't know if I trust that defense just yet. They're a little bit, exposed when they played the Bengals, they played the Ravens, teams like that. But the good side, the good part is they play the Texans, and let me talk about the Texans a little bit because all they really have is motivation. Like Fernando mentioned on the top of the show, CJ Stroud, Joe Mixon saying, "Oh, people are not worried about us. They know that we're a 9-10 win team that doesn't deserve to be in the playoffs because they were in a crappy division, this and that." But not even that. Like put the motivation aside, put the home game aside. It's a bad offensive line. This Chargers defense is going to eat. A good defensive front for the Chargers. Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa. Yeah, they're older, but they're going to put a lot of pressure on CJ Stroud. And the downside about CJ Stroud not being a mobile quarterback, he needs to have a clean pocket to be an accurate quarterback. He hasn't had that all year. He regressed in the second year. And then to add more, to make the matters worse, they have like no wide receivers. Just have people shadow Nico Collins, and that's about it. Tank Dell got hurt. Stephon Diggs got hurt. So defensively, I can see a lot of pressure for Will Anderson Jr. and Daniel Hunter. But you got bookend tackles like Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater. So the one strength that they have, you counter with the 2 best tackles in the NFL. So it's a good run here for the Chargers if they get that victory there. Anything could happen in KC. Like it's weird. I'm gonna say good thing about the Chargers against the Chiefs because I somehow have more faith in the Chargers upsetting the Chiefs than I do the Ravens and the Bills. It's just they have their
Get them
number.
to stop talking.
I know. Stop speaking positively about my team.
Creating the path here, but it's just something about those 2 teams and the Chiefs. I just don't like it. A rivalry matchup, AFC West. That you asked me about the path. I think that's the path there.
No, I know.
Yeah, so they have a good one, and after that, I don't know. So I'll stop talking about the after division round. But there you go.
Hi, Angie. I was gonna say, just real quick, I thought this was funny. Could you imagine just to go ultimate heel, like Alex says, they bring out Vince with Hulk Hogan?
And then a picture of Chris Benoit. Sorry.
Just go ultimate.
Dude, every time I think of Eddie Guerrero, though, I always think of that Randy Orton promo.
Oh,
Randy,
that was so good.
Why are you looking up into heaven for Eddie? You got Eddie's down there in hell. And
Randy Orton was on another level.
Like, that was.
Look at this, Alberto. Even the crowd knows.
That was
Uncle Jam says, "Don't pick the Chargers, Alberto. Don't put that evil on us."
It's okay. I'll pick the Chiefs anyway. So. Hopefully we make some Super Bowl picks here on the show. I didn't see it on a certain rundown.
Oh yeah,
it'd be nice to
I don't know if you could handle more errors. I don't know.
That's okay. I'm not like you where I get down on myself for losing in a Russell Wilson bet or a Rams bet. But
I'm never.
I just
he won the Russell Wilson bet.
Whoa.
He won one.
About to hit his classmate or?
Oh, you know what's funny?
Oh yeah.
So ever since that was posted, the Steelers have gone 0-4.
Yes,
that's the funniest part. So on the other side, we'll go with Vic here. On the other side, the like we said, the Chargers decided to go full force. They go and they beat the Raiders. On the other side, Sean McVay decides to sit everybody. And he decides to rest his guys. They earn the 4th seed after the Tampa Bay Buccaneers end up getting the 3rd seed after their 30-25 loss to the Seahawks. They will host the Vikings on Monday Night Football. Vic, what will it take? What's up, Jorge? What will it take for the Rams to go on a long playoff run?
Well, they need to fix their offense. It's been. I was telling Gilbert after this game against the Seahawks where they play their backups, as you mentioned, they had not scored over 20 points since that Buffalo Bills win. And so, and their defense had been carrying them. They were the first team in a 3-game stretch where not only did their defense win, allowed less than 10 points, but their offense didn't score more than 20, and they won all 3 of those games. That had never happened before in NFL history. So a lot of it they're and by the way, if you get a chance, if you're a Rams fan, go check out Eric Williams' story. He just posted today. It's really good. He talked about why that defense is really good and what changes they made after the bye week. And a lot of it goes to Chris Shula, and he's been impressive with what he's done with all those changes. But in terms of what they need to do, honestly, they just need to get the offense going, because if they get that, they're going to be unstoppable. As I told Gilbert too, you have a defensive that's playing really well, and then your special teams is playing really well. Last season, you made the playoffs as a wild card team with just your offense. Now your offense is the ones trailing behind the other 2 phases of your team. So if you can get your offense going now with Matthew Stafford, you gave him some time off. Puka Nacua got to rest. Cooper Kupp. Now you can make those adjustments. The one thing though that I'm a little bit I'd be a little bit concerned was when you play the Vikings, it was on a Thursday night football, and even Brian Flores just said today that they had to scramble because they didn't realize that Puka Nacua was going to play, so they were having to change some of their defensive calls at the last minute on a short week, and then Puka Nacua showing up and playing. So that is a little bit of a concern, and we'll get into that in House of Horns. But yeah, that if they're going to go on a run, their offense just needs to click again. We need to see 2023 Rams offense in the playoffs.
Uncle Jam's Army, I would give it to Gus Edwards. That is why they brought him. He said 4th and goal on the Texans 1-yard line. Which running back do you give it to? Gus Edwards. That is what they brought him in for.
No,
By the way, Gus Edwards
Zeke.
and Dobbins haven't played together almost. I think they've missed 8 or 9 games to get, like, they haven't been on the field at the same time 9 times this year.
So like the
it'll be
Baltimore stint that they had too.
Yeah. Well, no, and the crazy part is going into
Trying
the
to bring the
playoffs.
negativity.
We'll go back to the Rams right now.
What they do, they can't stay healthy.
Going into but like in the playoffs, having to tackle a Gus Edwards in the 4th quarter is going to be tiresome. So that's why they need that dude ready to go. Speaking of the Vikings, Dan and I have obviously spoken about it, but you two, are you guys kind of off that like Sam Darnold got exposed? Or because I was gonna go that route, but then I thought to myself, I'm like, well, he was in a no-win situation. Like that building, those fans, the nostalgia, everything about them. I didn't think. I mean, I picked that they were gonna win, but just because I knew that I needed to go up against him and try and beat him for the top spot. But I wouldn't completely count him out just yet. I think Sam could have a bounce back game, especially because I still think that if you lose a game and you have the film to watch, you can adjust and they can see what they did wrong. Because remember, now there's another crazy part. They lost to the Lions. Then 3 days later, they lost to the Rams. They just lost to the Lions again, and they're playing the Rams again.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. But Jorge, we did, but we're gonna get back to it in a bit. So we will discuss that. We'll go back into Chargers talk. But going back to what I think, I still think that Sam Darnold. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I think it's gonna be a really close game. But I'm not completely out on Sam Darnold just yet. What did you guys? What do you guys think?
I'm a little worried about Sam Darnold. He's never played in a playoff game, and that was probably the most playoff-like game he's ever had. And he failed in the red zone. He had a bunch of opportunities in the first half to score, and whatever, 1st and goal, 3rd and go. He kept forcing the ball to Justin Jefferson, and it reminded me of that stint where he played the AFC South. I think it was like the Titans and the Jaguars, a bunch of ugly games. The Bears at one point. He kept forcing it to Jefferson, and then when he spread the ball around later in the year, he got better. So I think those jitters, he gets in his head a lot, kind of shows what happened with the Jets. I do worry about that. And then I think Cam Robinson, their backup left tackle who replaced Darisaw, he got pretty exposed by Aaron Glenn there. So if you see that game tape and you attack the left side, that could be a problem for Sam Darnold. So
Thank you,
I
Jorge.
am a little out on them. They get the 5th seed too. They have to go on the road. They're still a good team. If they were the number 2 seed, I'll feel good about them. But it's a lot for them now, and I don't like that Sam Darnold show those jitters in week 18.
And against a terrible or not a terrible, but a beat up defense.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how this is going to work, though. One team played all their guys. The other team rested their guys. I'm interested to see which style kind of goes better for which one going
The
into
tired
this
one on
weekend.
the road, I don't think.
Huh?
The tired one on the road, I just got their asses whooped. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll be
Tired
fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Well,
I
no,
It's
not
over.
No,
still got a
no.
text there.
I'm not talking about the Vikings. I'm talking about like Jim Harbaugh style and Sean McVay style.
Oh, okay.
And
Two LA
both
teams.
of these games are 4-5, which is crazy that both LA
I
teams
know.
are in the 4-5.
I thought it was gonna be I would have done Commanders Tampa on Monday night. I would have done.
But
I
ESPN
would've
has that
done-
4 or 5 NFC kind of contract, I think.
I didn't know that. What's it called? Was Amazon, by the way.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It's
the-
on Saturday night.
Baltimore Steelers.
Yeah.
It's on Amazon because no one's gonna watch it. They're gonna be like, all right, we know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
to that. We'll
it's a
move on
little bit
with
of
our
a
lives.
snoozer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel,
Or you think Danger Russ with his great time management is gonna drive him down the field?
No, it's going to be the Ravens for sure.
All right. So let us go now into our Compas 18 takeaways. I'll be quick with mine. That's why I'm going to go first. It's not NFL. I think Netflix and WWE are a perfect match, to be honest. I think the different things that WWE is going to be able to do with Netflix, no time restrictions. According to Triple H, they're going to do more with Travis Scott, even compared him to Bad Bunny. So my thought process is Travis Scott may
Compete.
no, it's week 18 takeaways, Jorge. My takeaway is that Travis
takeaways.
Scott's probably going to get into the ring with Jey Uso and maybe do a tag team match against somebody. So I definitely think that
Yeah, I saw this going around, by the way. I think
if both teams.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
I
would
saw
need the
this going
Steelers.
on.
You
or
could
someone
do-
to go ahead.
Oh.
Let's
Yeah.
not get carried away. One's a 4 seed, the other one's a 5 seed.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not happening.
Sorry,
I
I'm
definitely
negative.
Unless
One would-
Oh, there you go, Jorge. I think that was most of a most everybody in the
you're
world.
behind. You're behind, Jorge.
Yeah.
I've been on this train since a year or two ago. How long have I been on it?
Yeah.
But I definitely
been
think
on the
that
train, huh?
I've
they're
been
a
on that
perfect
train,
match.
baby.
I think,
Oh yeah,
like I wrote in my story.
Try to set me up for failure over here. What are we doing?
Like I
Come
wrote
on.
in my story.
We don't work for
There's
Fox
no
here.
such thing, Jorge.
There's no such
There's
thing,
no
Jorge.
such thing.
I wrote about it in my story. WWE's been at the forefront of doing everything. They have now beaten everybody into going to streaming every single week. They're going to do it consistently. They're changing the game. They're the innovators that went away from pay-per-view, jumped into having their own streaming service. Then they signed that big deal with Peacock, and now they've signed that big deal with Netflix. So they're ahead of it. That's where I think we're heading with Apple TV, with all this other stuff. So we'll see how they do. But I'm definitely I definitely think that they're a perfect match. Let us go with Gilberto. I'm interested to hear this one.
Yeah, I won't spend too much time on mine, but I am annoyed with the MVP conversation. I think the MVP is stupid because honestly, let's be real. It's going to be it's Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow. They're the two best quarterbacks in the world. They're the most valuable. You take them away, like skill set, valuable, championships, Super Bowl experience. They got it, but we're here crying about no, it's Lamar, no, it's Josh Allen. I'm like, can they win a playoff game? Can they go into Arrowhead Stadium and win? Because that 2-3 matchup, I'm excited. I'm excited to watch it if it happens, which it will, because they're playing the damn Broncos and the Steelers. But 2-3 for the right to play Mahomes in Arrowhead Stadium. Good luck with that. But yeah, you want to be the MVP. Go in with your third MVP, Lamar Jackson, and try to beat them at Arrowhead Stadium. You couldn't get the number 1 seed. Now they have it. Josh Allen, you finally get your first career MVP, but you can't beat the Chiefs. Who cares? So honestly, I don't care about this award because the second they change the rules to the Comeback Player of the Year award, I'm like, you guys have no idea what you're doing here. Nobody knows the criteria. Nobody knows the rules. Why is only the AP voting here? Like the AP has people, located at every city, but they're supposed to watch 32 teams. Come on here. Anyways, the voting is stupid. It's dumb. I don't care about the MVP. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, beat Mahomes, and then I'll care about you. There you go.
I was
Can I
about to
just
say,
Yeah,
first off,
go ahead.
Jorge, don't disrespect my chick. I love Rhea.
No,
On top of
Jorge,
that-
we know you're joking around, man.
Yeah, I
Don't
know.
worry
We know
about
it's
that.
joking.
Wait,
On
wait,
top of
you
that-
said Joe Burrow and
Hold on.
Mahomes?
Hold on. On
Two
top
best
of that,
quarterbacks,
best quarterback in the world. Didn't we see this guy sit out in a wild card game or something like that? And who was the quarterback who came in and drove him 90 yards and scored a touchdown?
Oh my! You mean the guy with 3 Super Bowl rings?
Are we really not talking about that?
Your
So
guy
it's
has
not
Okay,
a
I wasn't
system.
going to go that route.
No,
Your
he's
guy
not a
just-
system.
Your guy has no playoff wins. I'm
Dude.
tired of hearing about Justin Herbert all the time.
This
Do
is
something then.
exactly what
So,
I'm talking
When
about.
you
when
get
it
a
comes to
gimme
national
playoff
media.
game and Justin
This
Herbert
is
wins
exactly
the
what
playoff
I'm talking
game,
about.
then you could
Playoff
brag
game.
about him. But
Do
until
I need
then,
to do this for you again to do the timeline? Are you serious? Are you
Well,
serious?
I'm more questioning the Joe Burrow aspect of this.
he is clearly better than Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson because he's at least been to a Super Bowl. He's at least beaten the
No, he
Chiefs.
has. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Like,
good
but-
point. I'll say this. And this will be my burial if this doesn't happen. Give me Jackson and Allen and then on the other side, Mahomes versus Herbert. If
Yeah.
I don't get that next week, I'm
I'll be
gonna
pissed.
bury whoever loses that. So I'm putting the pressure on
Yep.
Allen, Jackson, and Herbert. Because if I don't get that next week, I'm gonna be pissed because that's what I've been looking forward to. Because I've been hearing about, and like I said, these are the top quarterbacks, right? The AFC is top heavy with quarterbacks. So I want to see this next week. If one of those doesn't make it happen, I'm gonna bury whether it's Allen, Jackson, or Herbert. But that's
Whoa.
I'm with you, Gilbert.
If they lose, I
Nigga.
don't care about your MVPs anymore. Let's stop
Yeah.
talking about
The
it.
MVP doesn't matter. I don't know how
I'm-
people don't
that's what-
understand this.
Take away what
never
Dan-
matters.
That's the point.
Why is
point,
the
Dan.
MVP? Why is the MVP quarterback geared? It doesn't matter. It's not most valuable player on a team. It's most valuable quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
So what happens now where the NFL quarterbacks, the play is going down? Now you have to pick the average one out of them all. It doesn't even matter. I don't even care for it. Same as the Pro Bowl. The
Big
Pro
one.
Bowl. What does it matter?
Uh,
Who plays this game for
Oh,
Pro
it's even
Bowls?
worse.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. But going back to your point,
Yeah,
you
I
need
got
to
you guys
stop.
fired up. I'm
You need to
surprised.
stop. You need to stop your Nick Wright takes. We're gonna get you to work at Fox
I
Sports.
said Joe
See how high
Burrow
you
too.
climb
Is
over there.
Nick Wright also?
See how climb you over there.
Okay.
You'll
Yeah, I
climb
get
very
it.
high.
You're a fan, this and that, but until I see Herbert
oh.
do something in the playoffs, and
I
I'm
need to
not
tell you
gonna give
again.
him
I need
that
to go
credit.
find another hat. You need me to go to find another hat. I'm talking about like again. You fail to realize how important the situation is. You walk into the organization. Clearly, it matters because look what Herbert's had his whole career. Do I have to go through the carousel again for
No,
you?
but
Joe
I'll
Burrow
help
didn't
you
have
out
a
with that
defense,
one.
and he played better this year.
I'll help him out with that one.
Joe Burrow
Let's-
had
let's
3
just go-
number 1 wide receivers. He's
Let's
had
just go through
weapons
the-
the whole time.
But your guy
What are
had
we
a
talking about?
defense and a better head coach.
When this
No,
year?
now.
Yeah,
Now.
yes.
Yeah,
No, but when-
there's no
one
excuses
year.
now.
I'll put it into context.
He's playing better than any of those stooges
He
out there.
had
He's
Keenan
No,
Allen,
swinging
he-
it to
he
Walmart.
had Keenan
Greeters.
Allen, Mike Williams, and Hunter Henry, Austin Eckler, whatever you want to say. Jesus, you guys are terrible in the chat. He had all those weapons. They didn't have any success.
Yeah.
Now he has almost nobody on that side except for Ladd McConkey. And by the way, QJ, y'all need to throw it up to him.
And
But
the Raiders in Week 18. Come on. But yeah.
friend of the show. But
Sorry.
Whoa. Whoa.
but
But I
Hey,
saw that
13
people were
Brown.
hyping him up, but they hate him the second he drops a pass. But
Well,
know.
God damn it. Yes. That's going to lose us the
Okay.
game. Did you not see the Ravens game? I
But
give
why
credit where
do you
credit's
guys
due.
think he's fully back off of one crappy game in Week 18? But yeah.
Whoa.
Hey,
whoa.
DJ
Didn't
Shark,
you
man,
hear-
Oh
he
yeah,
scored,
DJ
right?
Shark is gonna come save the day.
Didn't you hear what our good friend, our good compa Paul said? They have a top 10 defense. That's what he told me. That's
The
what I think it
Chargers?
is.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The Raiders.
Oh, Raven.
Oh,
Raiders.
no.
That's what he told me.
Yeah.
So I'm taking that as gospel. So he put up 138 or
He
whatever.
meant
86.
2023, maybe 2023.
Hey, I'll take any flashes from this guy, dude. Are you kidding me? I've had a problem with him since last year, costing me games over here.
But that's what we're talking about. They had Staley and he had the weapons. I
Yeah.
understand they missed games, but oh my god. But on the other side,
Hey, we tried to get her on. She didn't
now
want
he doesn't
to. It's
have-
kind
no,
of a
stop.
shame.
now they don't have
Alberto's
weapons.
heroes out here.
And stop. Now they don't have weapons. He doesn't have the weapons, but they're
apparently
able
not
to
my
win
heroes.
games. Okay, stop. But now they have the defense, they have a better special teams, they have a
Yes.
better all-around team, and they have
Yes.
the coaching. So things have changed on the
I'm telling you
I
one
can't.
thing. If we knock off the Chiefs, I'm gonna freaking drive up to LA just so I can, whip that ass over there, give you a little can of whoop ass over there, so you can stop with all that. We're gonna film it together, so I can say every single
Yeah.
time. You try and
Okay.
open your trap
You're talking
about
about
your
the
beloved
future. I'm talking about
Mahomes.
what I've seen.
It'll happen. Don't
But
worry.
All right, let's go. Let's go with
that
Vic.
Team of Destiny.
Feel free. I'm like, yep, you called it that. It took you 6
That's
years,
not
but
Yeah, there it is. There it is. You never admit. You throw the backhand.
no. But to Fernando's point, yes, he has a better situation. Even though, like, say he wins with this thin roster, then I'm
Yeah.
very impressed. It's time to shine, Herbert. Go ahead and do it, and I wouldn't doubt it. I'm just saying.
Look at the numbers he put up with this roster. Only 3 interceptions. You know when's the last time that's happened?
Yeah, no,
Or
it's
who has the
impressive.
lowest? It was like 2018, and it was Aaron Rodgers, and he threw 2 interceptions in the season.
Hey,
What are we talking about? I'm sure that team was a lot better than this
He knows how to
Charger team.
play within a scheme, and then he knows how to take over a game. I've seen it twice. I'm not trying to knock the guy. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Burrow
Sometimes I
and-
feel like you do.
All I said is Burrow and Mahomes. I could have been like Herbert's number 3. You're like,
And
shut
if
the
you
hell
give-
up.
If you
Yeah.
give Jamar Chase and T. Higgins Herbert, what happens there?
Bro, he's throwing for 20,000 yards.
Okay,
What are we even
Okay,
talking
now give him the
about?
defense that he had, and they're both going to
Yeah.
be 9-8 probably.
What are you talking
No,
about?
Herbert actually made a playoff with that kind of defense.
Hey, buddy,
Again.
who's exactly? Didn't you? Oh, I'm not going to bring it up. Those assholes have brought it up enough. The people on Sunday Night Football, the people on who was the other assholes
Daniel
on
Smith,
Saturday
NFL
NFL
Network. Did you
Network,
see that,
Jacksonville.
Gilbert?
the
Look, at the
Stooges
end of the
on
Chargers
Sunday
game,
night in
they
San
were like,
Diego.
"Oh, the Chargers have clinched a playoff spot." Remember the last time that they went to
Oh,
the
yeah,
playoffs?
yeah,
They
yeah,
showed
yeah.
the Jacksonville game.
Yeah.
It's a joke. My boys put this whole franchise on his back. Do you understand how heavy that is for him? But he says, "Put it on me. I got this."
Hey, they better go and
Son of vote.
beat the Texans by 20 and make it look like a beatdown because
Yeah.
they are much better than that team.
And then that
Don't let-
sets up Mahomes versus Herbert, and that's what we all
Yeah,
want to see.
I'm with Vic.
We
I
all
want to
talked
see those
about this
2
a couple
games,
weeks
and
ago.
I'll be excited.
Yep.
I got
Top 4
props.
quarterback in the NFL.
No, he is the best.
Top
Hold
4.
on. Top 4, your ass. Hold on. Let me work this again. Hold on. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. What did I do last time? Oh, here we go. Fuck.
Oh, okay.
Well, we got more.
Son of Odin.
Oh,
Oh, look at that.
Son
why
of
is
Odin.
he in the Bay though? Like Bay Area?
It's a lightning. You can't see. That's why.
So
It doesn't
because they're
matter.
gonna win. Oh, you can sell it at the Super Bowl next year when it's in the Bay
Am I
Area.
like, look at this guy. Because I'm Mexican, you're going to put me out there with the hot dog people selling shit? That's messed up.
It's okay. You can make a
That's
little
the
money
son
for
of
it.
a-
All right,
the
let's
son of
go
Odin.
with
Stop disrespecting the son of Odin.
I wasn't.
Oh.
Broncos fan here. Herbert is a great QB. Coaching held them back in the past. Not Herbert.
Shout out.
This
Appreciate
is-
you. How do I say your name?
This is Daniel with a different name, just trying to.
Biz Rat? No, that's not Little Daniel. I hate that dude. That's a scumbag.
Look at the name. It says Biz Rat. your little Daniel will have a name like that.
No,
Yeah.
Jay Alvarez sounds like Little Daniel.
What did Jay Alvarez say? Let's see.
Are you shitting me? You haven't
No,
seen what he put?
Yeah, don't
Are-
even show
you
that.
understand?
No,
I can
don't-
only focus and talk.
Don't bring
to-
up. Don't bring
Yes.
up anything that Jay Alvarez has posted. But
Yes.
he's brought
Oh,
up
I
some-
see some of his. I have to focus, combat him,
Well, read this
and
one.
then I have to read. I can't do both. I can't do both.
Jorge says, "What the hell? Dan's not really at Moe's. We've been lied to." Yes, it always throws me off when you're not at Moe's.
That's only happened twice. It's because I do my marketing. I gotta show the shirt, or else the thing will disappear. every time.
Jorge, we are not. Yeah, just go a little bit back and you'll see it, Jorge. You don't have to go super back. All right,
Who's
let us
next?
go now with Vic.
All right.
Okay, now I think it's little Daniel.
I didn't have much, but with both of the firings that we saw the last couple of days with Antonio Pierce and Gerard Mayo, I'm with Ben Johnson, man. Just wait for the correct situation. Why even force it? Even in this during this coaching cycle, if you don't find something you like, don't take a job just to take the job, because we've seen that they'll fire you within a year if you just, they'll blame you over the general manager, because we've seen it in both of those with the Patriots and the Raiders as well.
And the
Yeah,
freaking Jags.
I don't think it's going to happen with the Bears, because they're not willing. They're not going to fire Ryan Poles there. It sounds like they're going to have a little bit of a power struggle there. And
They're
if
gonna
I'm
get left
Ben
out, I
Johnson,
feel
I'm not going there. The Jaguars, same thing. Like, they kept the guy who's been terrible with the Jaguars and with the 49ers. So if I'm Ben, and then with the, as just said, with the Raiders, they kept Tom Telesco. So if I'm Ben Johnson, unless they let me pick my general manager, I'm not going anywhere. I'll just stay with the Lions and just continue to win and continue to, be the right hand man for Dan Campbell. So that was my biggest takeaway.
He is waiting for that Chiefs job.
Or I heard the
Andy
Eagles.
retires?
Huh?
When Andy Reid retires,
They're
you mean?
getting retired after round 2.
Okay.
Mr. Swift is going to be the first husband of pop music after we're done with him.
Supposedly, Shad Khan said he will fire Trent Baalke if it means getting a
Trent
top.
Baalke was right there.
Yes.
So if he wants Ben Johnson, Baalke, you're out of here, man.
Yeah,
dude. But
That's crazy.
Vic, piggybacking off of that's kind of my biggest question. Like, why are you keeping general man? And again, I'm not gonna go either the Jim Harbaugh way, because Jim Harbaugh is an established coach. We've seen him before in the NFL.
League of his own.
He won the national championship. He came in and the Chargers are like, have whatever you want. But on the other side, it's like, well, Ben, what have you really done? How do I know that you can lead a team, that you're a leader of men? I know you can draw up plays. You're one of the best right now at drawing up plays, but how do I know that you can come in and you can do everything that that we need you to do? 1, 2. If I'm the Patriots or I'm whoever wants Ben Johnson, Ben, are you calling the plays? Or are you bringing somebody else to call the plays? Because I've already seen too many examples of coaches trying to do that and then it going down the pisser. So we have to remember, a head coach is a CEO essentially of the team. He has to oversee every area. And I feel like that's something that a lot of coaches, young coaches, need to learn. I know you're great at calling plays, but you need to bring your right-hand man to be able to call plays. So that's kind of my thing. I don't like that Trent Baalke was kept for what? He outlasted on the other side. He outlasted Jim Harbaugh. He hired
Urban Meyer.
No. But
I know what you're thinking about.
Tom
Zula.
Zula.
Oh, he was terrible.
Yeah.
Chip Kelly.
Chip Kelly for 1 year.
They're both one and dones. Urban Meyer, one and done. That's 3 one and done head coaches.
Yep.
So
and blackmail. I think it's blackmail.
I don't know what it is. But then on top of that,
you're
talking about that they want leadership. What else are you gonna? You just fired a Super Bowl winning head coach, not for you, for somebody else, but you just fired a Super Bowl winning head coach. What are you gonna bring in here that somebody's gonna say, oh, you know what? I want to work with Trent Baalke. You're gonna get, and no offense to him, I'm glad he got the job. You're gonna get a Dave Canales, who is a coach that's like, you know what, this might be my only opportunity. Let me go get it now.
Probably Liam Cohen, right from that same.
Yeah, and again, I'm not trying to be rude to those guys. Like what Dave Canales was able to do with Bryce Young this year is incredible. Bryce Young was really feeling himself. They knocked off the Falcons in Atlanta when Atlanta needed to win to make the playoffs. So
that no look throw too when he turned around.
Oh yeah. Dude, but of course, and we can't just celebrate the guy. That was Steph Curry-esque.
Yeah.
Why do you have to bring him up? Like
another guy.
He's just happy to play football, and I'm like, that was not going to happen with the other.
That should have been Luke Combs-esque.
There you go, baby. There you go, baby.
But that's what I'm just going off of that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stupidity going around right now in the NFL where some people want, like, there was talk about, like, Pat McAfee, credit to him, he has gone in
hitting on some dingers.
Hard.
Yeah, he's hitting some.
He's going really
I give him
hard.
Credit for that because
Pat, and remember, people have called Pat a homer for Aaron Rodgers and all this other stuff, but when it comes to this, he's like, fire the whole. But that's what I don't get. Like, you're keeping general managers, you're keeping status quo. Why? It's like I talked about last week on the show. These older, dude, Jim Irsay was taken out of the stadium in a wheelchair.
I saw that too.
He's 62 years old. Like, what are we doing?
Now you're attacking the guys.
I was gonna say you look like Jimmy Carter, but that's
no. Yeah. But he was taken out of a wheel, like one of those weird hospital wheelchairs too, just in a weird thing. But that's what, Jorge Pat wants everybody gone from.
Yeah,
the,
go look those up. Those
Gus
are pretty
Bradley's
good.
gone, which I'm not surprised.
Yeah, Gus Bradley, the
Scapegoat.
fall guy.
Yeah,
But that's what
scapegoat.
I'm talking about. You need to restart. You need something completely new. If I was the Colts, I would have fired. Well, I would have fired certain people, and then the quarterback, I'd get rid of him, send him somewhere else, start over new. You have
Supposedly
a
that was Jim Irsay. They really wanted him, so.
but yeah, but now what I'm saying is that some of these older owners, they have somebody in their ear that they're like, oh, okay, well, there you go. I trust this guy. Why start over new? And I get it. I mean, we went through it with Dean, where Dean's like, well, I've had Tom for years. Now he gets something different, and now it's completely something. Dude, Joe Ortiz comes out with the fans, stands there, and like is celebrating with the fans after they're there to celebrate them and stuff like that. That's different. You don't see that, but just my 2 cents on all
I'm just
that.
glad you're right, Frown.
I think the NFL is completely a mess right now, especially with the way they're doing everything. I mean, if you wanted Mike Vrabel, why did you put it in? That's the problem with putting something in a contract 3 years ago, saying you're going to be the head coach when this guy is gone. I don't think they expected to fire him so quickly. Bill Belichick and Gerard Mayo just wasn't ready. You should have just hired. You should have been honest with him and hired Mike Vrabel last year when he was a free agent. I think they had already hired Gerard Mayo when Mike Vrabel got fired.
There was no plan.
So there was no plan there. And then the Raiders, like, you went all in, you decided to listen to the players, and now you're gonna fire him, but then you're gonna keep the general manager.
And then Max Crosby was like, I vouch for him, but now I'm just gonna worry about my own things, and I'm just like, really? Like,
now you know there's a business to it.
Yeah.
Like,
and then Tyreek Hill over here posting freaking himself on Antonio Brown's head. That's who you want to be. You want to be Antonio Brown. Like,
I'm surprised
why would you do anything like that? Yeah.
He's like, I'm done with Tua. I'm out.
Yeah, essentially, that's exactly what he said.
You see what I'm talking about? Like, that's just, I think you guys are completely right on that. Like, I don't understand why these owners are, number one, listening to like the fans I shouldn't say listen to the fans or players, but like, you have a team to run. You know what I mean? The fans and people outside the building don't see everything you see. So when it comes to personnel decisions, like, this isn't WWE, my guy. There's no fixed outcomes. Like, you got to go approach it. Like, everybody's screaming for an AP to be the coach. Like, okay, fine, let him scream for it. But there were some good candidates out there. You still have to interview. You still have to get the best guy in the building. Even if they're going to be pissed outside of it, it is what it is. You have to do the best for the program. You know what I mean? And like, the only one that I have not personal, obviously, because I don't know the guy, but firsthand experience with is Tom Telesco, and the way he survives. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. You know, for him, a lot of people would say he's good with money. Put his ass in accounting then. I don't need him scouting talent. I've seen some of the people he's brought in. So it's just, I seriously don't understand it. You're right with these GMs. I don't get it, especially because, like, you can't have the head coach and the one who decides player personnel at odds with each other. Like, I thought, this is just me. I was never in the building. I never was fed anything. When the Chargers drafted, I think, Rashawn Slater on draft night, they showed a video of Tom all smiles. I think it was Rashawn. Tom all smiles. And then, like, he's like, all right, I'm going to pass you to the coach. Dead face. Just kind of hands Brandon the phone. I was like, there might be some beef. I've seen enough of reality TV or whatever. I've been around the block a little bit, not like them at Fox Sports, but I've been around. It's like,
how many times
there's something there? There's some tension there. And it's like, you can't have that, dude. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, and one more thing on Ben Johnson before I move on. Connor Orr had a good story about kind of, what's he's looking for. And I don't think this is supposed to be a knock, but it kind of spooked me, I guess, for teams going after him. Supposedly he wants something kind of laid back in a quiet market. He's a laid back dude. So Chicago doesn't really come to mind. Supposedly maybe the Jaguars, because it's a small market. You have the quarterback right there. But then they kept Trent Baalke. So now who the hell knows? But yeah, if you want something kind of chill, like, it's not going to be Chicago. I don't know about the Raiders in Las Vegas, but there's still a lot of pressure to produce for that brand there. New England, definitely a lot of pressure. So,
he's not going to go anywhere where he doesn't have a quarterback either.
Yeah. So what if you want a quarterback, you want a laid back market, you want the GM to be connected to you, he might not get a job. He might just say, I'm going to sit it out again. Yeah. So it's weird.
Well, like, that's why
I agree with Vic.
Yeah, exactly. His strategy has been the smartest.
But it's a lot. You want a quiet market? You want, like, I don't
know about the quiet market. That's kind of chicken shit right there. I don't know about that. Like, you wanna be in a position to win. Like, that's gonna create some feathers at some point. Exactly. Exactly. The all-in star. Shout out Jeff Miller, dude. That guy's
Well,
going
so
places
according
fast.
to Angel, does that mean a certain quarterback's gonna fall to him at the 6th pick now?
Yeah, right. It's not
You know
gonna be
what?
like the son
Speaking
of
of
Odin,
that, I
baby.
do have a
It's not gonna be
takeaway
like the
real
son of
quick.
Odin, baby.
I do have a takeaway real quick, just real fast. The fact that all this draft stuff is coming out and the way the quarterback, it doesn't look like there's going to be a good draft class. Part of me thinks Aaron Rodgers is going to be here. He's going to be a starting quarterback next year
Let's
in
go.
the NFL.
By the way,
the last 7 games, if you look at his numbers, the last 7 games, they were solid numbers. I mean, he doesn't move as well as he used to, and all that.
He just
I get it,
doesn't
but
want.
He's
Yeah.
going to Pittsburgh, huh?
He just doesn't want to admit that the Achilles actually takes time to.
yeah.
Look at Kirk
Yeah.
Cousins.
Yeah.
What
That
if
guy's
next year he
huge.
comes out and he's just slinging it all over the place, and you're like, oh shit, okay, maybe.
And then someone's gonna give him a 3-year deal.
by the
Yeah,
way,
exactly. And then
what
he's
are-
gonna look like crap.
What are your guys' thoughts on
But
the?
I still think he has one good year, dude. You just with George Pickens, you just can't do it. Like
Yeah, I don't think it's Pittsburgh.
he is. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna go to Pittsburgh. George Pickens, I thought should have gotten
He's going to go to a bad team then. And what's the point if that's the
the
case?
Jets. I think he's gonna stay with the Jets.
Oh,
They're gonna
You
get
know
Rex
one thing-
Ryan. They're gonna get
Yeah.
Rex Ryan, and then Rex Ryan's gonna keep.
You know, one thing I've noticed about if now in today's football, like if you play in a weather town like Buffalo, or you need a big dude, kind of like Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
If you have a small dude, they just don't do well. It seems like when it gets cold like that. So just something to think about.
Yeah, Dan, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what's my week 18? Was it the
I got
Lions
you.
are
I
for
got
real?
you. I got you. Hold on.
Yeah, I need to be reminded. I'm flowing.
Yeah, there you
through-
go.
When I have
got like
so
30
many
minutes
thoughts.
on these takeaways.
I'm so
It
many.
is
I have
18.
so many thoughts. I'll be short. I'll be quick. You know, I just want to say I'm not gonna point fingers because I'm not that guy. Okay, but let me tell you something. Oh, what?
No, just keep going.
Go ahead.
Oh,
No.
Jorge.
which one? There's 2 of them. Wasn't the Washington owner? That's his name too, right? Or was it
No.
different? Are
Yeah.
you sure?
Hire Rex
Yeah,
Ryan.
Snyder.
No,
Snyder.
this is
They're both Schneider.
No,
Yeah.
Snyder.
yeah.
The hell did you say?
Daniels.
Schneider.
Snyder.
They're-
Snyder is the owner. Was the former
Former.
owner of the Washington Commanders.
And what's the executive producer?
Snyder.
Oh,
Schneider.
get the hell out of here. They're the same person. The same.
Anyways, I like that Rex Ryan said, if I get hired, like you have a freaking chance, no country club for Aaron Rodgers, which I like,
Yeah.
you know.
Go ahead.
Oh, I think he has a shot because
Think
Frown
so?
had a good point. Yeah, he's already dealt with Woody Allen or whatever his
Mhm.
name is. No, sorry, Woody Allen.
Woody Johnson, yeah, not
weirdo
the
director who
director.
marries his stepdaughter. Yeah, I'm talking about Woody Johnson. Yeah, he's already dealt with him. He's been out of the league. He's been able to study, and who knows who wants that job? Really, in my opinion, who wants that job? But anyway, going back to it, I think the Lions are legit. Oh, I like that. That's pretty good. I happen to think the Lions are legit. I've said this from the beginning. I think they're playing with, a chip on their shoulder, a vendetta. They were 1 game away. And I think really what you saw Sunday, and I think the most important thing that people need to focus on is how they've always found a way. Gilberto starts to curse them. I don't want to point fingers, and then
I picked them
by
last week.
putting them as his number 1, and each week they're losing players to the IR, and they've still found a way to win. So I think the Lions are playing, and the Lions on top of that, if I can be honest, I've been called a caveman and a Neanderthal and things like that on this program before, slandered. They built the team the exact way, the way you want, built inside out with good running backs in the run game. And when you then add receivers after an excellent run game, you're just so lethal at all places.
Yeah, and I remember when somebody made fun of you when they drafted Jamari Gibbs and Jack Campbell.
What was the quote, Frau? Is this the 1980s?
Well, Jack Campbell hasn't been that
Is
good.
Is this the Leatherhead era? But it's kind of crazy the way. Oh, let's not even
Jameer
bring
Gibbs is
up.
pretty good.
Let's not even bring up his comments from when Dan Campbell got hired. Who's this knee biting juice head? Blah blah blah.
I didn't
We're not
say
even gonna
that. I
talk
said
about
I was
Give the guy a
gonna say,
chance.
did
Don't
we have
worry.
a show when he got hired?
I think that
I
was
don't-
Vic that bashed him, not me. Or
Who
one of you
cares?
guys.
Look, there he goes.
If it was Vic, if it was Frau, if it was me, it all gets thrown on you. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Dan, I just wanted to throw this out there so you can remember your guy as you enter the playoffs.
Whoa. Who's gonna enter the Hall of Pain, baby? The son of Odin's gonna dish some out, baby. Hall of Pain.
All right, let us go quickly. Vic, I want you to take this over. This is
Yeah.
your corner. You go
Yes.
ahead. You are yes, Jorge. That's Eric's walk-up theme song,
That's
which
the
he
best.
loves, by the way.
That's the
So
best, dude.
exactly.
All right.
Yeah,
So
go
since
ahead.
the season is over, guys, we're gonna do a little bit of we're gonna go over our season predictions,
Yeah.
which we did awesome, guys. I'm proud of you guys. I just want to let you guys know how good we did. So starting off with what five to six teams are making the playoffs. Gilbert had the Raiders, Jets, Colts, Bengals, Cardinals, Falcons, and Bears.
Just say
Dumpster
the
fire.
number. We don't need to hear the teams.
Yeah.
Dumpster fires.
So 0. Okay.
0.
Yes.
Fernando had the Chargers, Jets, Colts, Bengals, Falcons, Bears, and Seahawks. He got the Chargers right. Dan was the only one that got
10 games.
No.
Dan got 2 Chargers. Well, he went with Chargers, Bengals, Jets, Vikings, and Falcons. So he got 2, and then I got 0. Bengals, Titans, Raiders, Cardinals, Jets, and Falcons. So
Wow.
congrats,
Wow.
Dan.
No. Let me
Wow.
say this. No, this is
Oh,
Make that hill burn, though.
I got it.
This
Dan's
is
he's a homer, so he chose the Chargers automatically. And then he hates me so much. He knew about my record for the Vikings, so he chose the Vikings and he got both of them right. That don't count it.
It works.
It was just against me.
Science.
It's a sham.
It's a science. I'm gonna
But,
start
yeah.
taking you. Look, I love what Robert D says here. I need to throw this up. I think he's already put this twice. Hilberto got the Faders head coach fired.
Oh, get out of here.
Right?
That was him. He was a coward.
That's
from
hilarious.
Week 1. He didn't
Exactly. Thank you, Jorge. I am not a homer.
punt. And he punted in week 1 against
Oh
the
shit.
Chargers. He
Oh, I
got
picked
fired.
another one. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Don't panic.
Okay.
I'm not gonna touch it.
All right, next one. Trending pick, you're fading. Gilbert, Ravens. Fernando, the Packers. Dan and Dago, of course, the Chiefs. And then I went with the Texans.
So
Like,
they
I
all
was
made,
kind of right.
You and I
they
are
all made the
far off.
playoffs.
Vic, Dan, and I are not far off.
It's just one person who stands out.
How?
always.
They all made
Packers
the
are- come
playoffs.
on, they're limping into this bitch. They're about to get creamed.
The
by
Chiefs looks
by
like
the
shit.
Eagles.
The Chiefs
And
look like
then
shit.
the Texans easily
All
could
right.
get their asses whooped by
No,
the
get the hell out of here. The Chiefs freaking won 15 games. Come on.
Oh, come on. I saw a little
What kind of
tic tac.
differential of like 5?
My
I saw a
pick is
little.
better. They were a 3 seed. This guy was at number 1 seed over here.
Oh. By the way, I don't know. I forgot to tell you this last one. I'm unbiased. I don't know if you know that. I'm unbiased.
All your picks
All
are
right.
either a team you hate or it's
This
against
one,
me.
everybody's going to love.
Sorry.
Last to first pick. So a team that went from last to first, which did not happen this season. We had Gilbert win with the Bengals and the Commanders. And he put in parentheses, I know I don't have them in the playoffs. Laugh out loud. So,
Which I should have. They still didn't win the division though.
Yeah.
He's last
Fernando
first
had the
one team.
Bengals.
Oh, my bad.
Dan and Dago had the Bengals and the Chargers, and then I had the Bengals and the Titans. So
You're still wrong, Dan. They didn't win the division.
Made the playoffs, baby. That's last for first. What are we talking about?
Well, then Gilbert was half right because he got Commanders.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
all right,
no.
let's go over to our bold prediction for the season. Gilbert win with Jordan Love won't have a good season as last season, so he
I
won't
got
have
it
a
right. That's
that
a
was-
W,
that
right?
was- yep.
Yeah,
Actually,
right.
this
LaFleur's
one,
his
the
head
next one,
coach.
the next one was he hit it right on the nose here. Fernando, Spencer Rattler will start before November for New Orleans.
That was injury reason though.
Whoa.
What's this guy's deal? What's this guy's deal?
Wait, by the way,
There's
Jordan
no
Love
fine
did
print.
have a better season this year statistically than he did
No,
last
he
year.
didn't. Look
Take
at that. He was terrible
Take
this
that.
year.
Take that.
Hold on, let me go
Is that
I
what
like
we're going
how
on?
we're not giving anybody credit here. We're like,
No, that's Gilbert. Okay, Jordan Love. Okay, no, you know what? No, Gilbert's right. He had 32 touchdowns last year. He had 25 this year.
Oh, what is this guy was not good this year. Come on.
all right,
Malik
next one.
Willis was better.
This is to
Who?
be determined still.
Malik
Dan
Willis.
Dago says Chiefs won't make it to the AFC Championship.
Okay, you got
That's
one
a
game.
bold prediction.
Yeah,
Dan, who do you need to do it for you?
your old
My
team.
boys,
Well,
my
yeah,
boys.
exactly.
The
Yeah.
son of Odin won't fail me, baby.
Okay, this one
Which
was
is
terrible.
amazing.
This one was terrible. This is my fault. Dak Prescott gets traded to the Raiders before the trade deadline.
And he got paid $60 million.
Yeah.
That's a bullet avoided.
All right, we got two more guys. NFL coach on the hottest seat: Gilbert, Mike McCarthy,
Happened still. Might
Yeah.
get
Yes,
Fernando,
that's an ass cheek.
Nick Sirianni, And
No.
honestly, the trophy goes to Dan and Dago because he went with Matt Everflus.
Oh, he got fired.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
And
It's burning Gilberto up.
Dan, I
Yeah.
give you extra points because
I'll
it
give
happened
credit
halfway
for that
through the
one.
season.
Yeah, I'll give
Do I
points for
get
that
credit for Mike Tomlin because he
No.
lost 4 in a row?
No.
No.
His record is still intact, by the way.
All right, last one, guys. What team will end up with the number 1 pick? Gilbert went with the New England Patriots.
They had to win that last game.
So
Okay,
he's really
this
pissed at
one's
Gerard
gonna hurt
Mayo.
Fernando. Fernando went with the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, for me, thank you.
The things I do for my team.
That and Diego went with the New Orleans Saints. That was close. And then
Oh.
I also went with the New England Patriots.
It was the
So,
Titans,
Where are
right?
the Saints?
It
Am
was
I
the
at the
Titans.
highest?
huh?
Am I the highest?
No, it was
In New
it was
England.
the Patriots.
No, I meant like.
No,
where
the
are
Patriots are closer to the top.
Oh, okay,
the
okay,
number
okay.
Yes.
one
They
then.
Okay.
Saints won 5-game, Patriots 4.
So Dan is the one that won our
Yep.
our preseason.
See, and he
We'll-
was
we'll
spreading
go
lies
over-
now.
Well, we
I
will
got the
go
Jordan
over the
Love one
awards
right.
after what is it? Should we go or we should
After-
go over them around Super Bowl Radio
No,
Row?
we can do a special episode after. Like we're gonna take a break after the Super Bowl, obviously. So
Right.
we can do it then. After we review the Super Bowl, we'll do it then, and then we'll go off on a little mini vacation, and then we come back and kick ass
All right.
again.
All right. So the last thing I have for you guys here, let me get to it real quick. We had our Super Bowl picks, and I wanted to because Gilbert brought it up.
Acknowledgement.
If you guys want to make changes, we can. I'll put them in.
Oh, I'm definitely
but-
making a change.
All right. So
Whoa.
This guy.
okay, here we go. All right.
Let's laugh at Gilberto
All right.
some more.
Gilberto. Oh, I got moved. Gilberto went with the Texans over the Lions. Do you want to
Ugh.
change your Super Bowl prediction, Gilbert?
Yeah, give me the Chiefs to beat the Lions in the Super Bowl.
You're
There you
such a lame. You're so. I'm gonna get you a cutout of Nick Wright and put that on that wall. My God.
go. I'm sorry. You got
All
so
right.
mad about that. Give
Next
me the Chiefs
up
over the
is
Lions.
Fernando. Fernando, actually, I wouldn't change it, but hey, you have
what
the
do you got?
Lions over the Chiefs.
Ah,
Do you
okay.
want to change your Super Bowl prediction?
I kind of want to throw the Bills in there to have the first ever, like one of these teams is going to be the Super Bowl champion for the first time. But no, I will stay with my. I'm going to stay with it. I'm not gonna be one of those people. I'll stay with my.
Oh,
pick.
like me? Okay.
I didn't say it.
Okay.
All right, Dan. You said Lions versus anybody but the Chiefs.
I like that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
You can't even say Chargers. They're in the dance now. Come on.
Whoa, whoa.
What kind of no faith? Come on.
Whoa.
That-
I have plenty of faith.
If that happens,
I'm gonna tell you one thing.
this show, like
Yeah.
Gilbert, if
I'ma
the
go
if the
live
Chargers beat
wherever
the
I
Chiefs in
am.
the playoffs, this show's gonna be full of expletives.
Yeah.
I'm
What's
gonna go
We're
up,
on
live.
Holt?
Super
That
Radio
episode
Row.
is-
I can tell you that Dan and Dago will be right up front trying to interview Dan Campbell.
Oh yeah, I would be. I throw him what's it called, a Zen or something over there. That way we could really be buds. But whatever. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Okay, I'm gonna stick with my pick because it's correct.
Okay.
I think that the Lions are a team of destiny. But let me tell you something about destiny. It often changes. So if the Chargers knock off the Chiefs, the destiny has shifted, and it is my damn destiny in our damn time. So
Maybe
that's
the
what I'm gonna roll
Chiefs win 3 in a row. First team ever to do that. Destiny.
Or-
No?
win 3 in a row.
Super Bowls, yeah.
You know what's funny? The NFL could do like the NFL. Something funny would happen if the Chargers knock off the Chiefs. The Chargers become the new darling of the NFL, where everybody's
Dude,
like, "Dude, you
can-
slayed the dragon."
Exactly.
Thank you
Exactly.
so much.
Exactly. Can we get Sydney Sweeney in Los Angeles, please, to hang out with the son
And
of
who's a better actor? Mahomes in his State Farm commercials or Justin Herbert in his
Dude, have you seen those Dr. Sasquatches? That's another thing my boy does better than yours. What are we even talking about? And his commercials are only on like Instagram, what's it called? Commercials or
Reels.
reels or whatever. My boy just kills it.
Those local commercials in Oregon are definitely.
Okay,
Oh,
we're not talking about that. He was with Oregon then. Now he's with me. We're good to go.
You know what? He has SoFi as a sponsor. That's a good
Oh,
deal.
Dan,
Yeah.
I love you, Justin.
Gilbert doesn't even know what that is. He
I have
just
no
flew
idea.
over his head.
Uncultured swine.
Oh,
Uh,
God.
and then
What's-
I had Bengals over the Lions.
Ooh.
I'm gonna change mine. I'm gonna go with Ravens over the Lions.
Wow. Ravens.
Oh, you
Yeah.
and Tyler Dragon should have a party together, Vic.
Oh, we know your MVP vote now.
Look at that.
Yeah.
WWE, the women's champion and the women's world heavyweight champion in a picture
Dude.
together.
Ooh, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Lot of gold.
Whoa. Whoa. Are you trying to hate? Do you, don't
No,
do you see
I-
this? We were ahead of the game. We love women's sports way before it got popular.
yeah.
That is
Wrestling and
very true.
MMA.
Tiffy time.
Hold on. I had
You should
Oh.
see. Frau should send you the picture of what she looked like before. It was actually kind of well. Oh, Jorge, you already know where I'm rolling. I'm not going to say.
this is what Dan's talking about. This is oh my God, you guys are terrible.
You see, it's not just me. It takes me time. I can't
This
do both.
is this is who Dan is quoting.
Exactly.
I love you, Solo. I love you, Solo. I love you, Solo. I love you. I love you.
Oh, that's a committed right hand man there.
Oh, he's the
Yes.
best, dude. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with all them now that he lost the Ula Fala. Do you know what the Ula Fala is or no?
Yes, the chilies on the chain.
This is
Never-
why I love you.
I hope
This is
Roman
why
Reigns
I love you.
doesn't watch.
This is why I love you.
What? They're like
There goes
chiles.
our WWE credential.
No,
Dude, between
it
this,
is not mine.
between this, the scoliosis spell from Harry Potter, the way
What?
you would break
You don't
down
think they look
Harry
like it?
Potter, it was
Like,
hilarious.
Remember when
Yeah.
he told that parking attendant, "Do you know who I am?"
Oh,
so we could get into
God,
parking.
That was
Yeah.
you at the freaking airport, blue check mark.
No, that's bullshit.
Blue check.
When it meant
Uh,
something.
What's it called?
What a time.
But that's who Solo is. But all right, thank you. So Vic, you're going with you and Tyler Dragon should hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just try to be different.
No,
I
no.
did-
I like it. I like it. I
Yeah.
like it. That's a good one. All right, let us go now with the Compas NFL Power Rankings. Gilbert, go ahead.
Your last-
Yeah, KC, Detroit. I picked them last week, Dan. Come on, no curse. Eagles number 3, 4 Bills, 5 Ravens. See you later, Vikings. I'm out.
Vic. Oh, I'll go next then. Oh,
Go ahead.
all right, go ahead, Vic.
Mine are Chiefs, Lions, Eagles, Vikings, and Bills. I thought about putting the Ravens in there, but
That's your pick.
yeah, I know. Well, we just did it right now. I did it at the last minute. Sorry, I was over
That's
here
right.
producing live here. All right,
Dan, defend
Fernando.
your teammate. Somebody's criticizing him.
I know. What's his deal? Do you notice what he does? Every
What,
single
Super
time
Bowl?
he's wrong, he deflects. Oh, no, that was Vic. Oh, no, that was Frau. Oh, no, that
I
was
blame
you.
you all the time, Dan.
Why don't you look in the mirror? I'm gonna go to your house one of
You
these
can't even
days.
pick the Chargers to make the Super Bowl, but you're saying
Whoa,
I'm the biggest supporter here.
Whoa. Did you not hear what I said in my pick? Destiny? That's why I picked.
So we're
Uh,
gonna write down you chose Lions, Chargers, Super Bowl.
No,
What?
no.
I don't think my heart could
No?
take it.
Okay.
I don't think my heart could take it.
Chiefs, Lions, Eagles, Bills, Vikings. I still have a smidge of hope for Sam Darnold to get out of this rut, and I don't know. There's something about him. By the way,
Something about
somebody needs to go call Denver and try and trade for the Miles City High MILF Hunter, because if Sam Darnold's playing well, Baker Mayfield's playing well, some of these guys are playing well.
Arizona. Call him.
Ooh, he's done with Kyler Murray after he wronged him.
I was never a Kyler guy. I just like the coaching staff and the pick that they had in Marvin. I like Trey McBride, but that quarterback.
And Daniel
All
Jones just signed with the Vikings. Yeah, 53
All right,
man
let's go
roster.
now with Dan and Dago's bottom 5.
I'll
There
be
you go, Dan.
quick. The Chiefs, I can't stand them. Number 2, Mahomes.
Oh,
I hope
okay.
the 2 weeks off screws you and you come out slow. Travis Hunter for introducing your stupid girlfriend to the league and making it
Travis
worse.
Kelsey.
Oh, sorry. Who cares? How many Travises am I supposed to care about? The Hunt family for bringing all these abominations together, and Roger Goodell for handing them 3 Super Bowls. 3 Super Bowls out of nowhere.
Yeah, don't lose track.
Unbelievable.
Don't lose track.
Nice try. No, that's a fact. Did you not see the tape? Watch the tape.
Yeah, you got
The eye in the sky never lies.
Here is our.
They let him tackle people on offense. It's weird.
Heading into the playoffs, Chiefs 1, Lions 2, Eagles 3, Bills 4, Vikings 5. All right. And now we do have to do congratulations to
Speed it up here.
Dan
Look
and
how pissed he
Diego.
is. Look how pissed he
He,
is.
Damn, Vic,
he-
4-1. I never had a
so
chance.
So
Vic
even
went,
here, you're in the bottom.
Vic went 4-1.
only
Dan went 2-3. I went 2-3, and Hilberto went 2-3. For the second year in a row, Hilberto ends up at the bottom of our picks. Dan,
No, that wasn't me last year. That was last year. I was the year before.
No,
I
it wasn't.
I
No,
beat
it
the
wasn't.
cat. I beat the
no,
cat
you
the
beat
year
the
before.
cat. Last year it was you, though.
No, it was
I
your
was in-
brother. It
Oh,
was
really?
Dan.
Was I in the bottom?
Yes.
I
You
went
were
worst to
you are,
first?
you were your last from first story.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
we
Yes,
didn't
sir.
have a team that went from last to first, but we had Dan do it.
There you
There you
go,
go.
baby.
Dan ends up going
Well, that means I'm
5
going
and
up.
57 and 33.
You're not going anywhere.
And,
You're not going anywhere.
He ends up going 57 and 33. He wins. I was right behind him at 54 and 36. Vic right behind me at 51 and 39, and Hilberto at 48.
How
and
does this
42.
8-man football coach, JV coach beat us, man? I don't get it.
This guy. Are you serious? You're lucky. Last year I wasn't even focused. I was just shooting off at the hip. This year I was on a zinger. I was rolling.
And-
Are you
and the
not
thing was-
entertained?
I
And
am
the
entertained.
thing was that Gilbert got to a big lead like the
I
first
did.
3 weeks. He was up by like 5 games on us.
It's just I always go off of opposites, and you guys are going freaking favorites, and then it evens out, and
You hear
I
that, Dan?
can't adjust.
Oh
okay,
no.
all the favorites win every damn
No.
week now since
No,
freaking
no,
November.
You're the one who picks favorites every single time, my guy. You're
I picked the
blessed.
Jaguars for a whole month here because Victor had them on this damn list here, and they
but
screwed
they
me.
won for
Oh, so now it's Vic's fault.
Well, they screwed me last week because stupid Colts, man. And then,
All
Kyler
right.
Murray, by the way, just lit up for 40 points on the 49ers all of a sudden. Get the hell out of here.
All right, let us go with we're going to now pick the wild card games
yeah,
for
so
a certain reason.
yeah,
season.
so just letting you guys know, Chargers, Texans, it'll be Gilbert and I, and then for Rams, Vikings, it'll be you and Dan.
Oh, we're
So
So
not
you
even-
guys will be
obviously-
picking.
For this segment, Dan has requested that Hilberto automatically be chosen for the other team. So Hilberto
no.
chooses the Texans. Vic, go ahead.
His
No.
Texans, don't forget. His,
I
Tex-
did not.
No, yeah.
his
No, I did not.
Texans. His Texans. He said it.
Sorry, Chargers. That's
His
my-
Texans.
It's out there. It's out
If
there.
we lose this weekend, I'm going to kick your ass. I want you to know that.
I can't wait. Yeah, put
Vic,
it
go
out.
ahead.
Give me the Chargers here. I really like what they're doing. And as Gilbert kind of pointed out with the Houston Texans, they've been playing really bad lately. And I get the whole motivation thing that they're talking about, but I just don't see it. It's hard. And like I said, you look at the coaching too. I mean, who do you give the advantage to? You give it to Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Chargers here.
So who are we picking now?
No, we're going to.
No, we're going to the next game.
Oh, okay.
Steelers at Ravens. Holy shit, 10.
-10.
I'll go with the Ravens. Dan,
I'll go with the Ravens also. I don't think Danger Russ is going to do much.
Gilbert.
Also Ravens, but I'll pick the Steelers to cover. That's a lot of points.
No, we're not doing that.
I know,
No one
but
cares about your degenerate gambling.
But yes, Ravens are gonna win.
All right.
Yeah,
Vic.
let's make it a sweep here. It's the
Okay.
Ravens.
Broncos at Bills. I will go with the.
How are the Bills getting less points with the Broncos? What the hell?
I'll go with the Bills. Gilbert.
Give me the Bills to cover too.
I feel like the Broncos are gonna get this hard head of like, oh my god, look what we did against
Chiefs.
against
This is
the
the
Chiefs,
game.
and
This-
we're gonna go in there and we're gonna. But
This is the one game a lot of people are saying, "Oh, this is where you could see an upset in this game."
Really?
I don't see
Yeah.
it. I think it's hard for a rookie quarterback in his first year to go, especially Joe Burrow's going to have the experience. That team's going to have the experience.
Josh
What-
Allen.
What did I say?
Joe Burrow,
How many people do I got to keep track of? No, I'm just kidding.
just the son of Odin,
Uh,
Dan.
Yeah.
Just son of Odin. That's all I
Give
got to
them
worry about.
nicknames too, and they remember.
Dude, I'm sorry. I don't know why I blanked, but anyway, I think Josh Allen has the. Well, they're both. Oh no, they're both just Josh, whatever. I was trying to think of something there, but Josh Allen has the advantage. He's been there before. He's been in the playoffs. That whole coaching staff's been there in the playoffs. When's the last time Sean Payton's been in a playoff game? It's been a while. If I'm not mistaken, it's been
Yeah,
a
it
while. So
2020 and
I think
2019.
since
Yeah,
the
I
year
think
that
it's
they
gonna-
got screwed in against the he
really
went through
against the
2020.
Rams?
No.
I
Wait,
think it was
might have.
2019.
Yeah, that was the last time then.
You see what I'm talking about though, and you tell me the NFL
that's a
doesn't
good
pick
point
favorites
by
over there.
ESG.
Oh wow, I think there's gonna be
Whoa.
A 7 or a 6
in the
seed
NFC.
upset.
Oh well,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
in the NFC, yeah.
Oh
the
yeah,
Vikings
Vikings
I got
win.
my pick coming up for one of those.
Yeah.
But
All right.
but yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's gonna be
So everybody
tougher
won Bills here?
opponents.
Yeah, we're going Bills
Okay.
here.
Next game, it is the Green Bay Packers at the Philadelphia Eagles. Give me the Eagles. Gilbert,
Yeah, Eagles. I don't like what the Packers are doing.
Vic.
You know what? This is what, to ESG's point here. The Packers
Right.
faced them early. It was the first game of the season. I think they're in for they can. I know they're missing Watson, but I like the Packers here. Give me at least one different here. I'll take the Packers for the upset here.
Dan will never choose.
Yeah, I know.
Bye bye
That's why.
LaFleur. Fly Eagles fly.
Next
Yep.
game.
There we go.
Oh, easy. Give me the Buccaneers. Commanders at Buccaneers. Give me the Buccaneers. Dan.
I'm gonna stick with my brother because blood's thicker than water. Give me the Buccaneers.
Gilbert.
Give me the Commanders. They beat your
Yeah.
Eagles not too long ago. They beat the Falcons. This is a proven team, 12-win team. The Buccaneers got spanked by the Cowboys. They almost blew it to the Saints. Give me the Commanders for the upset.
Yeah, this is another one where I like the 6th seed here. Give me the Commanders as well.
Gilberto's gonna lose his mind. He loses the picks to me, and then your Bucks are gonna embarrass his Commanders. I'm like,
All right, this is just you two here, Fernando and Dan.
oh yeah, give me the Vikings. I think the Vikings. I think you play the best team in the NFC. They're gonna make adjustments off of that, and I don't
You
know. how
lost
much I
to
trust the
Cooper
Rams.
Rush. Oh, I forgot about that.
Who?
Jaden
Buccaneers.
Daniels.
We moved on, Fernando. Why are we having some ammo here? Come on.
My bad.
Just shot me up
I
there.
think the Vikings will be fine. I think the Vikings will take it.
Go Vikings.
Go Vikings.
I gotta get that sound.
I'll go Rams because I want to see. Oh, Jay Alvarez, see you later, man. Thanks for all the
Appreciate you.
all the laughs.
Yeah, for real, that was pretty good, Jay Alvarez.
I'm gonna go with the Rams because I want to see Rams and Eagles in the next round. So I'll go with the Rams.
I gotta win
All
my
right.
bet. I gotta text him though.
There is that. Let us go now with burial of the week. I'm gonna remove myself for a second. I need to do something, but Vic, why don't you go ahead and
Bathroom break.
burial?
Is this Joe Rogan? Are we gonna start smoking and drinking or no?
It's been 90 minutes. I guess your brother has to go somewhere.
Should we
I'll
do the 3 or are we sticking with 4?
Let's just keep it this way, I guess.
right.
If you guys are cool with this.
I'm on the top
Um,
now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
My bird of the week is Robert Kraft and Mark Davis. You guys kind of went over it, Gilbert and Fernando, earlier in the episode, but when you make decisions, and you plan ahead, sometimes those plans don't come true. And I think with Robert Kraft, kind of seeing what's, why are you keeping Elliott Wolf? We talked about this as your GM, and why did you give Gerard Mayo? Could have gone and signed with another team, and he said, no, stay here. I promise you this job. As soon as Bill Belichick is done, this job is yours. And then within 1 year, you're firing him, and that kind of sucks for Gerard Mayo. I get it. Like, he was given the opportunity. He didn't do much with it. He ended up with the same record as Bill Belichick. And then with Mark Davis, it's like, I understand that Tom Brady just became a part owner and you're asking him for help. And that's one point in the right direction, but just clean house. Like we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. Why are you keeping Tom Telesco? It makes no sense. You made Pierce a lame duck guy, and then you didn't let him finish things out with, and then you hired Tom Telesco right after that. And so to me that didn't make sense. And so if you're gonna start over with Tom Brady, at least just start over with a clean slate. What are you doing there? It's just, and it goes to the point that Fernando made last week. It's like, it's these older owners who don't know anything about football, and it's just like, if you're gonna do this, just hire football guys and let them run things, and either pair them kind of like what the 49ers did. That way, it makes them like you're gonna fire them whether or not, whether they do well or they don't, or you keep them, kind of like you saw with Shanahan and Lynch with the 49ers. So that's what I'm bearing.
I was gonna say, to go off to your point, like my biggest thing, especially for Mark Davis, like you already made a mistake. Okay, you already made a mistake in signing a head coach you've already seen in the division who failed miserably. Like Josh McDaniels doing that, and then now, instead of trying to learn from your mistakes, now you're trying to keep the GM who you saw for 11 years in the division, who didn't really do much. Like, that's the part that trips me out. Like, I don't understand where the need is, where the idea is to keep Tom Telesco. Like, I don't know if he maybe, I don't know. I don't get it. I've seen enough. I saw 11 years of it. So, I mean, I don't get that move. Like you said, if you're going to fire AP, you might as well clean house, see who you can bring in. Like,
he forced it last year too. Mark Davis, he's like, yeah, people like AP. They want Champ Kelly around too, but I kind of want experience too, just in case. So you got Tom Telesco, and that was a forced marriage. And now it feels like he's doing the same thing. I would not be surprised if Mark Davis is telling Tom Brady, "Hey Tom, like Tom here, like he has experience. He was with the Chargers for 11 years." And Brady is like, "What did they really do?" It's like, "All right, let's do it again." And they're probably gonna fire the guy after a year. Like it just seems like they're trying two different things here. Just have an alignment here. Like when you have the owner, the GM, the coach, and the quarterback together, and they're on the same page, you tend to have success here. So I don't know what's going on there. The one with the Patriots is a little like it kind of throws me off. Like you really had this whole plan. You thought about Jerome for many years, and then I think the second here realized, oh crap, we got a quarterback. We got Drake May. We need a new plan. And it reminds me of the Anthony Lynn, Justin Herbert dynamic, where like, yeah, we like Anthony Lynn as a CEO, and he's a good leader. But can you elevate the game with a rookie quarterback? Can you have a good plan here? And that's why they fell in love with Staley, because a younger coordinator, coach, whatever, which was kind of obviously not the right way to go. But what if he wants Ben Johnson? What if he's like, actually, Mike Brady will be better for Drake May here? So, it's kind of crappy that you gave up on your plan that you had for 3 years. Like Victor mentioned, they blocked teams from talking to Gerard Mayo. But the second you got a franchise quarterback, you get a little antsy too, and you try to go into a different direction here. So I don't like that approach either, thinking on the fly here. Look what happened to Herbert. He had to wait for another coach to eventually get it right. So, honestly, if I'm Robert Kraft, I'd go for freaking Mike Vrabel instead of Ben Johnson. Something about Ben Johnson, like they're trying to hype him up a little too much. But it was Adam Gase, and it's like he can't really be a head coach. He's more of kind of a good coordinator. So maybe that could be it. And the Raiders and the Patriots, man, they're going to battle for Mike Vrabel. Who's going to get left out? That's going to be interesting to me, I feel like. But yeah,
I think we're gonna have our first head coaching hire on Thursday.
Think so?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be Vrabel to the Patriots.
Wow. Okay, not the Raiders who just fired.
No, because if you think about it, they already did the Rooney Rule today. They interviewed both Pep Hamilton and they interviewed
Byron Leftwich.
I don't know.
Byron Leftwich.
Yep.
I feel like Tom Brady's gonna push for Mike Vrabel.
Yeah,
I'm sure, but
they don't have a quarterback. But you're right.
Haven't you seen the Dynasty? How much shit he talked to him in practice? That's not going to do anything for him.
He's going to look at the
quarterback.
Yeah. There's three things that happens. He knows he has the backing of Robert Kraft and then all you have to deal with is no-name coach Mike McDaniel, who can't even get what he has. Like he can't even get his own ship right. And you have Sean McDermott.
Yeah, good point.
Over here, you have to battle Andy Reid, Sean Payton, and Jim Harbaugh.
He has a battle.
And you have to battle Bo Nix, Justin Herbert, and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
You don't have a quarterback. Over there, you could be the next Patriots for the next 20 years with that young quarterback and resources. You go home, you're the Patriot, you're the Patriot alum. You could be a guy that won a Super Bowl, won Super Bowls for them as a player, and now you win a Super Bowl for them as the head coach. So it's definitely it's a win-win situation. But I just feel like they're going to get him in on Thursday, and that's it. They're going to talk contract. They're going to sign him, and then everybody on Thursday is going to be pissed because I already saw like Steve Wyche and all these people. I saw Jordan Schultz go on a fat tangent about the Rooney Rule and everything. Too. The thing is, that's what happens when you put in a rule like that.
Yeah.
And coaches, I'm surprised they lend themselves to do that. But I wonder if they take it as one of those. I wonder if they take it as one of those like, oh well, I'm interviewing to be a head coach.
Get his
This
name
is
out there. Get his
experience
name out there.
and get
It's
my
one
name out there.
benefit
But
to
it
it.
never happens. Look at David Shaw. David Shaw's probably had about 5 or 6 interviews for a head coaching gig, and he's never gotten one. So I really think that the rule is broken, but so are some of these guys that are willing to do it and take that on. So I'm interested to see, because they keep on talking about fixing it. I just don't understand how you're going to fix it. Owners are going to choose whoever they want. It's not like you can put, okay, there's 6 coaches right now that have been fired, or there's 6 openings. At least 2 teams have to hire a minority coach. Like,
yeah, but how's that even going to work? Yeah,
no, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, I know.
There's really no way to fix all this unless every team becomes like the Packers and it's a community that runs the team, not a owner or anything like that, which I don't see that happening. So unless somebody can come up with a better solution, I just don't see how you're going to be able to better the rule, because there's guys lending themselves to this. Like last year, the Chargers interviewed David Shaw, and I can't remember who was the other one that they interviewed, but it
was Patrick Graham.
The Chargers interviewed Patrick Graham?
Yeah, am I not? Or was it the Seahawks that
the Seahawks interviewed him? No, the Chargers interviewed somebody else to comply with the Rooney Rule. It was David Shaw, and I can't remember. That's why I thought David Shaw was going to get a job with the Chargers, because I thought, he lends himself to that, and then boom, he gets the job. I know it was a random one, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's really
you can't force human behavior. You can't. These owners are going to pick whoever they want. Like, however way you slice it, at the end of the day, they're responsible for the decision they make, and they can't make a decision based on trying to appease people. Like, you have to find whoever the best. It's a meritocracy at the end of the day. And part of it is also, obviously some guys are stepped over because they know people or whatever. Oh, there you go.
And it was a defensive coordinator.
Oh, and Steve Wilkes. They interviewed Steve Wilkes.
Oh, was he the one who did the FU to the team and won more games to lose on the pick, or was that Lovie Smith?
Lovie Smith.
That was Lovie Smith.
Oh yeah, that was funny. But the thing, and like that's the hardest part. You can't force human behavior. Where I was going, people get passed over also all the time because, again, sometimes it's a matter of who you know, not what you know, and that's in every business. Like, you see what happens all over the place. People get passed over and things like that. So. No, I wasn't going there.
Okay.
I wasn't going there. I was just my joke I was gonna roll into was, by the way, NFL teams, I'm starting a new business. I'm your Rooney Rule specialist. Just fly me out there for the day. We'll have a good time. I'll walk around. We'll talk a little sports. Then you can send my ass
What's
back.
his last name?
Do your sign-in sheet. They have to sign in.
You know what? They have to sign in, and then they have to jump on the pod, and then we're good to go.
Yeah.
There you go. Rooney Rule Specialist. I'm gonna
Caleb Williams and Dan and Dago sit down and
Caleb, do you enjoy painting your nails? Is there something like? Is there something else there? Or... Okay,
all right.
Move on.
All right, who's next?
I was gonna go with mine. Mine will be quick, but I think I'm gonna give it. So
meter mate.
The other day
this is actually funny.
No, the other day we were meeting with somebody who's gonna come out and help us out in New Orleans. And we're walking, and Dan and I had paid for an hour and a half. At an hour and 29 minutes, we're saying bye to this individual. We're saying bye, thank you. He did the intro for us. He's awesome. And we're saying bye to him and everything. And I see the meter maid driving. I'm like, shit, she's going to the car.
Like a damn shark.
I was like, I'll see you later. Bye, bye, bye. And I told Dan, all right, you can say bye. I'll run. I'm running to the car. So I start running. She pulls a U-turn. I run and I touch the car before she even gets there. And she looks at me and she goes, why didn't you just pay it? And I was like, I did pay it. She's like, no, you didn't. Why is it? My thing tells me that it's already expired. I was like, okay, but it just expired a minute ago, literally. She's like, no, it didn't. I was like, yes, it did. She's like, no, that's not true. Why didn't you get over here? I saw you talking over there. I was like, I still had a minute going, and I'm one of those.
Dude, over 60 seconds.
I'm
God.
I'm gonna throw shit back. I don't care. So then she goes, young man talking to Dan. She's like, how many minutes have been on there? And then he goes, he's like, oh, what, where? And then she goes over. She's like, it was 2. And then and then the lady says, She's like, well, yeah, 2 minutes over. I'm like, lady, we've been arguing here for a minute and 30 seconds. So essentially it was 30 seconds. She's like, well, why did I beat you here? I'm like, ma'am, I'm 300 pounds plus. You have wheels. Who do you think was going to win? Oh, you're just trying to be smart. I'm not going to give you a ticket. But she's like, I'm not
Coming in
gonna
with
give
some
you a
heaters.
I'm not going to give you a ticket, but I really think that next time you need to be more alert. I was like, for 30 seconds, I'll be 30 seconds faster next time, I promise. She gave me a dirty look, and then she got in her little cart. I told Dan I should hit the shit out of that thing when a bus is driving by, and the bus can take her to her next stop. So I was pissed. But yeah,
like you thought,
and
you would
he was
think she gets
laughing
a
his ass
commission.
off.
Well, you would think she gets a commission like fighting us on it. I was like, dude,
Oh,
it just
they
barely
do.
expired. Like,
Oh,
my
he
God.
told me. My thing told me that it expired. I was like, okay, but it wasn't right now. It was like 20 seconds ago that it expired.
Trying to meet the quota, man. 2025.
Oh,
Good start in
crazy.
January. You know, get
I
going.
was pissed. But real quick, I know Dan doesn't have one, but he's about to. Listen to Ryan Fitzpatrick's newest.
Why do you always do
no,
this?
no,
Why do you
man.
always do this?
Come on.
Flores has been a really hot name. And I think the further removed we get from his tenure in Miami, the more people kind of forget about how that ended, and the better his name becomes. You know, he went to Pittsburgh and got to learn under Mike Tomlin and see how he led.
Is that Brian Flores?
No, that didn't look like him. His producer might have messed that
That
up.
wasn't him. from the
Brian Flores,
Steelers.
when I think about him and being able to play under him for a few years, is which version of Brian Flores are we getting? And in year one with Miami, take you back to that year. I mean, Miami got rid of
Looks
every
like a
good player they had.
In a
And
basement.
it was that was the jokingly called the tank for two a year. But I'll tell you, halfway through that year, we hadn't won a game yet. And there was a shift in the way that he was approaching his job. He was likable. He was relatable. He demanded a lot out of the players, but he was also able to get the best version of his players. And I really appreciated him for that. But as his tenure went on in Miami, he kind of became unrecognizable. A lot of the staff he brought over from New England, that was where, you know, he cut his teeth in the NFL, was there for 15 plus years as an assistant. But I think he's going to have a really hard time if you're interviewing him as a head coach. I think in the interviews, he'll be likable, he'll be relatable. But when people say, okay, give me somebody from Miami that coached under you as a reference so we can talk to them, I think he burned a lot of bridges there. I think he alienated himself from the entire.
Basically, he goes on to calling him a dictator, and
Damn.
he says
so
that.
He was there, right?
So yeah, he says he became a dictator, ruined the relationship he built in the NFL, and his ego grew so big that there wasn't any room for anyone else.
Damn.
Well, part of that could be true, but I mean, sometimes also like,
You learn.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it was his first time being a head coach. Because I was about to say, I don't know why people are interviewing so quickly, just my opinion, because it ended pretty ugly in Miami, like to the point where I think he sued the NFL or the team and stuff like that. Like, and this is his first season, I think, back being a coordinator, no, unless I'm mistaken.
Second or third, I
Second.
guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
second?
He was with
Second?
Pittsburgh for a year, Minnesota
Yeah.
2 years in a row.
Yeah, so and I mean, like, so he's Pittsburgh for a year. So this is kind of him being on his own for a year, then away from Pittsburgh, which historically has a good defense. Shout out Mike Tomlin. But you know, I don't know. I would just wait a little bit. I don't know about trying to hire him back so quickly because again, it ended pretty nasty last time. So I don't know if that's a guy you want to take a chance on. Maybe he's learned. I don't know. But
My hot take is that the Lions will lose Brian Flores or
Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn. They will not lose Ben Johnson, but
can see
they'll
that.
just give him a new contract and
yeah,
make him
the highest paid coordinator.
Well, he already is, but probably make
But
him more
make him
money.
even more. Yeah.
I think I would rather have Aaron Glenn than Ben Johnson, to be honest.
Ben Johnson is like a freaking college coach. Every time he's like threatening to leave, oh, here you go, more money. Oh, here you go, more money.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's just
it
gonna
has
keep
to
it
be
going.
super perfect for you, man. I kind of like the
He's
CEO.
got to be
type.
making more money than like what Staley was making with the Chargers or like some of these like head
But I
coaches.
mean, like
coaches.
he has the best situation possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he doesn't really like all he has to do is stay ahead of the D coordinator the following week. You know what I mean? Like people don't understand. People don't understand. Head coaching is not easy. You know,
No.
one of my coaching buddies was a head coach for like 2 years, and he literally told me, you know, he was like, Dan, like my blood pressure was through the roof. It was crazy, like the stress and this, that, and that. He's like, now he's back to just coaching a position and kind of like helping out in the offense, like, obviously making adjustments. He's a great football mind. But, some guys just physically cannot take and there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. There's nothing wrong. You got to know your limits because, obviously you don't want to die on a football field, like, especially if you have a wife and kids and everything else. But sometimes, the head coaching job, it's like they always say, the head that's heaviest is the head that wears the crown. And the crown sometimes is so damn heavy, it feels like the whole world's collapsing. So,
Wait, Jorge, which Ryan? What Ryan are you
He's
talking
talking about Ryan Garcia.
Oh, whoa! He won his fight.
Whoa,
after he was on here.
whoa!
He won both of his
fight.
fight, Jorge.
Yeah,
after
He
come
he was
won
on
his
here.
fight. What are we talking about? He
Yeah.
won the fight at Radio Row, and then he won the fight in New York City. I don't care what they say. I'm going to defend Ryan Garcia to the death. He is a two-time guest. He's a Copa for life.
Yeah.
I will defend him. He does not have a drug problem. Leave his Twitter alone. He can say what he wants.
Allegedly.
Protect the
He's
kids.
not a
Allegedly.
womanizer.
Allegedly.
None of that.
He's
Allegedly.
very Christian, very good Catholic, whatever he is. He's a part of us. No. Ryan Garcia's a great guy. We'd love to have him on the third time.
He's just trolling, Jorge. He's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Gilbert.
Oh. Isn't he going to fight in the Saudi? My boy's on the comeback. He's like Rocky, baby. He's
Well,
only
he's supposed
26.
to fight in Japan. He couldn't. He got hurt. But I think Oscar De La
Right,
Hoya
don't worry.
said
Oh,
he's not
hey.
fighting.
Yeah,
Don't
he
you
got his
remember what he
wallet
said?
hurt.
Don't you remember what he said? This left arm. I got to check it in at TSA. It's a weapon. Don't worry. He'll be back. He'll be back.
By the way, real quick, talking about coaches and stuff. The Dan sent me this thing. I'm so happy the Jets fired Robert Saleh fired Robert Saleh. Time for a new coach. And he's like, when they tell him it's Matt Nagy or Arthur Smith.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, they're getting interviews again too. Those two guys.
Oh, that's
Matt
hilarious.
He might get that Saints job.
Dude, I'm gonna say this. Everybody get the children out of the way, get ready. Fucking hire Steve Spagnuolo and get this nightmare out of my division.
That's what Gilbert said earlier in the
Yeah,
season.
No, don't give him any.
I can't
don't
wait
give him
for
any credit.
Nagy to
Give it
get
somebody
hired
else.
and Bieniemy doesn't. And people are like, "What the hell, man?"
Yeah.
What's going
That's
on
gonna
here?
be hilarious too.
And
Dude,
then
that's
the
my
enemy
favorite
comes
part.
back.
That's my favorite part. The meltdowns in the NFL over these things sorry, not the NFL, the NFL media. The media to me is so laughable half of the time. The way they think they're the main story out here. It's crazy. Dude, like to me, I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, everybody ready. I thought it was hilarious. Just whatever you want. Okay.
Oh God.
Bieniemy could not get a head coaching job in the NFL. Goes down to college and still can't get promoted. Then on top of that, he only lasts
He got
Jorge,
fired.
don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect me. We're kind of like a hybrid. I don't have strings behind me. No one tells me what to say. And I own it. That's what I tell you. I'm not a puppeteer. I'm not a puppet.
Raise your hand.
Yeah, I'm not beholden. I'm not beholden to some you're definitely not my boss. Let me cut those out of here. But definitely not. We are, but we aren't. We're like a hybrid. It's something else. We're just kind of people who get together. We like to talk shit, have a good time, and talk sports. And,
All right, let's move on.
All right, Gilbert, go ahead.
That was my time.
Mine already kind of used it. Trent Baalke staying with the Jaguars. That's dumb. Let's see if they fire him for Ben Johnson. That'd be kind of funny. And then I didn't like teams being afraid of teams. I won't name names. Well, I'll name the Steelers here. I'll bash them. I already kind of said my Chargers point, but Steelers, you didn't have a division. You saw the Ravens beat the Browns. The division was locked up, and you go and have a battle with the Bengals, and you still couldn't beat them. Good luck in Baltimore with your wounded team that has no depth. And yeah, maybe TJ Watt helps you, but yeah, I why don't you just rest your players, go and say Baltimore, bring them on. That's our rival right here. We beat them 8 out of the last 10 games here. I love it. But Mike Tomlin said, nah, we don't want any part of that. How about Dan Campbell? The opposite said, everybody said, rest your players on Monday Night Football. Come on, you got to be healthy. He said, we're not afraid of anybody. We'll come in, play Minnesota after we beat down these 49ers. I love that. The mindset, the motivation, Campbell had it. Tomlin kind of took a weak way out.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
can I just give? I need to give Aaron. I need to give Aaron Glenn credit because he did a great job. He didn't go away from playing man to man against the Vikings, and that ended up being what won them that game. So just shout out to him. I was wrong. Like, hey, I'll say when I'm wrong here.
That's something you won't see in the media, Vic. Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to all of us.
I
Yeah,
say I'm wrong all the time.
3 out of 4 of us always say we're wrong. And one guy apparently always thinks he's right. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and look at
Kinda
this.
weird. No, he's not. Definitely not. Definitely not.
Ow.
If he's running the show, there might be something that comes up. This isn't Fox Sports, okay? We don't work like that.
What was that? What is that supposed
Dude,
to
is it like, to me? I just no, I'm not going to comment on that. Actually,
No,
I refuse
no.
to comment. I plead the fifth.
I think Gilbert's ready to go.
be? Yeah, it's been.
So I'm gonna stay on 10 more minutes now
No,
because he's ready. He's ready.
We're at an hour 49. Let's get out of here.
There's no Gilberto's hour this week.
No, but I gotta eat dinner. I'm tired already. Let's go.
Tired
No.
already.
Dan
My
doesn't realize
God.
that I work all day.
Oh my God, he slept his way all the way.
I don't get 2 weeks off like you, Mr. Teacher. I got winter break now, which I
Don't
love
you-
because you're pumping out the content on social media. But yeah,
Oh, so fucker, you should be helping me. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
no, I said
Shout
you
out to
get 2
Dan,
weeks
by the
off. I
way.
go. You're a teacher.
Shout out to Dan. Like every day I see more and more content. I was like, where is he finding all these clips? And
It's
like,
winter break, man. I love it.
yeah.
I
By the
cry.
way,
I cry. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Blue Dream.
it is. Man. It is. Thank you.
it was so funny having Morley and NFL Mike on the show the other day. We just brought him on. We're like, the Raiders season's over. Let's have him on.
Yeah, I saw that. That was actually really funny.
I was
That
like,
was-
oh my God, like the way those two troll each other is funny as hell. But real quick, back to this. I love this. I hope I don't get hit.
Shout out Blue Dream.
Macaulay Culkin.
That was amazing. That was a good intro.
He's not home alone tonight.
Man.
Did you hear, by the way, did you
Yeah, he
hear
said-
what Joe Tessitore is like? He's not home alone tonight.
Yeah.
Wow.
was like,
Okay.
By the way, so like I told you, I saw him, right? I looked down, he's wearing Crocs with socks on of Brenda Song's face. I was like, that's so funny. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
I'm like, that's
He
actually
kind of turned
really
into a weirdo, I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I
he's
mean,
kind of embracing it. He's having like
Yeah.
this new career
gotta
as
own
a
it.
content creator.
That's
Yeah.
why I love.
Especially with his brother. I mean, he just won a Golden Globe, and his brother is blowing up and
Oh,
His
yeah.
doing
brother
really
was there
well.
too, but on the other side.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, his
Nice.
brother was
Yeah.
brother was over on the on the
Was he
side
there
where
with
the
his
camera-
wife?
if you show your camera on the back of your head or whatever. Like like the camera is pointed towards the ring.
Right.
His head was facing the ring. Oh shit.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it was definitely interesting. I saw some celebrities. I didn't really like. I saw numerous ones, but I didn't run into him. But I did see Macaulay Culkin like pass right in front of me, and I was like, oh shit, like wow. But all right. When's House of Horns this week? Thursday, I'm guessing.
We're doing Thursday, yeah, because it's
Yes,
Monday
sir.
night football. Because it's on Monday.
Oh,
When are you guys doing?
we're doing it on Thursday. I think at what time did we say? 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Lunch
around
special.
around
Lunch
1:15.
special.
Yeah. So everybody
what I
tune in
1:15,
on
1:30.
yeah,
we-
Jorge. I was there last night at Monday Night Raw. Yeah, so we're gonna be doing What's Up Bolts. They're dropping, hold on. They're dropping, yeah, everything media availability 1 o'clock. So by that time they'll have everything posted. So yeah, I am gonna do we're gonna do it at 1:15. You guys are gonna do it around 6:30, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forget. Yeah, 5,
All right.
5:30, 6.
there you go. All right, there you go.
Evan,
Yeah, it's been 2 hours, man. It's a marathon here.
Look at
it's
that.
crazy. He's got no stamina. See, he wouldn't survive at Fox Sports.
Okay. We appreciate everybody so much for jumping on with us. You guys are the best. Definitely excited about what we have coming up. In 4 weeks, we will be at Radio Row.
We need
so
to
we're
give her
about
some
that.
Gatorade.
Yeah. So you guys are the best. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget, after the game on Saturday, probably around 4:30,
Smash the like button. Thank you. I
5
forgot about that.
we'll jump on or whatever and talk about the post game. I'm sure you guys are going to do it. Are you going to the game?
I'll be there Monday night.
Oh,
Monday night.
everybody careful. Pull out the red carpet. Wow.
Well, you'd have to pull it
Prime
up
time
from
Gil,
the red
come on.
lot all the way over to.
Yeah,
make
but
sure
probably-
you make
yeah,
sure
I'll-
you hook them up with a good parking spot, please.
I wonder
No,
how
I-
many.
I doubt it.
I wonder
Ain't
how
nobody
many.
gonna-
I
Ain't
wonder how
nobody
many.
getting a parking spot out there.
I wonder how many employees he's going to get fired for not knowing who he is and making everything faster for him.
Okay.
We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys. So you guys have all the
Shout out, Blue
rundown
Dream.
there. Thank you guys so much. Gilbert, let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's get
Yeah.
the hell out of here. Yes, what Jorge said, buy the merch. We're trying to get to Super Bowl Radio Row and the wall, Lens. But it's time to get going. It's been a freaking 2-hour marathon here. Hopefully you enjoyed the content from Dan, Vic, Fernando.
Oh, that one. Where is it? Right there.
Yeah. No, I'm not. What's
No,
going
this
on
way.
there, Jeffrey?
Sorry.
Yeah, get that shirt out from Dan, Blame Gilberto, or get this compas.
I
hoodie
got
here.
hold on real quick. I got some kind of prototypes in the work. I might post them probably after the Super Bowl or something. I might post some pictures on the Compas Instagram, so just be on the lookout for it. Just give us your thoughts and everything else before we make any decisions. What are we laughing at? What is
Oh,
it?
nothing. Oh, we got a
This is-
dog on the show here. So, yeah, Dan's a designer, Fernando's a pet owner, and Victor's a great producer. But let's get the hell out of here. It's been 2 hours. Ya nos vamos, pues. Vámonos.
Actually, 155.
No.